What's going on, everybody? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all traders, investors around the world. Are you ready for the last day of the week? Friday is coming in. A little bit red right now, a little bit wobbly. Are we concerned? Hopefully not. Hopefully we are not concerned. Yesterday was pretty green, so we do expect a potential pullback into the Friday. Profit taking, options expiry, all of these types of things are something that we need to think about. But today we'll be talking about the Nasdaq 100. We'll be talking about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything else. What else are we going to go through? Tesla. We're going to go through Tilray, what happened there yesterday in the moves. It is an exciting time to be in the stock markets and to be talking about pretty much any investment in the world. How is everyone? Vegemite to the moon, says Sapphire. Have you had Vegemite, Sapphire? I like Vegemite, but it is not everyone's taste. Morning, big man, says Q. Thank you very much. Ape, smash the like, says David Taylor. Appreciate that. We got the mute off this morning. It was easy. So what's happening? Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of the wobbles due to some treasury yields resuming their climb. We'll be talking about that. We'll be taking a look very soon. Let's have a look at the futures here. We'll click over to our FinBiz futures. Here it is, a sea of slight red. It's not that bad. 39.06. Well, we know 3900 is good support there because it was good resistance. It's bulled a little bit more than maybe we expected, but that's okay. Nasdaq back to the support, 12,800. Perfectly normal. The market likes to open at a support or a resistance. In this case, it's going to open at what was resistance will now potentially come support. Pretty normal area for it to be at. VIX is increasing. As we said, treasury yields are rising a little bit there as well. We've got notes, bonds, everything moving. US dollar index will be worthwhile doing some analysis on as we are seeing a jump into the Friday session. Shady Style says AMC to $12 today. Thoughts? We'll be taking a look at AMC soon. Don't worry about that. Let's go SPY, says Andrew. We will be taking a look. Still waiting for new intro, Asane says. Yep, hard week, this one, Asane. I will be doing new intro. It's coming back. It will happen probably over the weekend. I'll finally get it done. Copper, lumber, steel, let's go. Lumber is down. It's not happening right now. It's not happening on lumber. Let's go over one of our first charts. We'll talk about the broad market to start off with. We will use dollar index to get started. So it looks as this point is pretty important. Then we'll get into Bitcoin and others. So dollar index has basically gone on the weekly here. Now imagine if it closed right here, where it is right now. What is this? Long-legged doji candle. Long-legged doji candle, indecision. What does indecision tell us? Nothing. It just says it's indecisive. So that does give us important technical points for the week next week if it does happen like this. It gives us a very great resistance high and a great support. Now, a lot of people look at long leg doji and they say, Tom, I don't care about this candle. It's actually really good because you know it's indecisive. You know it means nothing. It's neutral. So if the market breaks to a new high or the market breaks to a new low and closes, what is that telling you? It's made a decision about the next move. And actually, it's a significant type of closure. This is a higher statistical chance that things will be successful, because if you have indecision followed by decision, that means that the momentum is in your favor and the market is telling you there is a signal here. So never discount the long leg doji on the bigger time frames. Weekly, monthly, daily, all super important. We'll dial into the smaller time frames now. It came off that 20. Go to the daily. So it could close now as an engulf. If it closes as an engulf, we'll be bullish on the dollar next week, and that could put pressure on the stock markets. We must remember the S&P 500 hit those peaks yesterday, so it makes sense that it will sell a little bit off that zone. Here's the engulf. If it closes, it hasn't done so yet. So we continue to watch this throughout the session. Let's go down to the smaller time frames. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hours not really telling us much. It's hit the previous support, which will act as resistance. So for this session, we could still see dollar index falling. Remember, this is the pre-market we're looking at, guys, not necessarily the market with the real volume in it. GME smacked down from 270, Mr. Mugg says. We'll be having a look. Isn't Vegemite a traded commodity? Yeah, you go down, you buy Rolex watches with it, the reverse French. Crocodile Dundee of the stonks? Probably. I just don't have a big knife. ECB to buy bonds overnight, repo short EU. Plenty of other comments coming in. It's pretty funny stuff there. What's a good sector to invest in if most of my stocks are tech/finance related? What about health? What about health, Abe? We've talked about cycles before, and health is in the middle of the cycle. So usually middle end is when you see health perform the best. Utilities is the final cycle, usually in a bull market. So utilities are very, very tough to invest in because they're the final cycle. Finance, energy become the first bit, materials also the first bit, then industrials, then into health, then we move on and on and on. Go through that, you will learn a lot. US 500, let's take a look. This is what everyone's concerned about. So we had our 39.30 breakout. On the futures now, we've tapped 39.08, previous little bit of resistance, but we have a 20 exponential on the 4-hour, significant time frame sitting right around that 39.05, 3900. So I'm not really too concerned about the S&P 500 unless it gets back under 3,900 today. That would be a little bit bearish, and we'd start to now having to say, okay, is this got more of a pullback? A pullback from the all-time highs down to here. It's percentages, sure, but it's not something we should be concerned about, guys. It's just not. Because it's perfectly normal that a market will hit a peak and it will sell off from that. There's going to be bears here. Of course there is. Now, is it a good point to short if you're a bear? Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Could it get worse? Sure, but it needs to now break under a lot of points. The Nasdaq being at the 12,800 is actually a potential zone. And we'll look at this right now. Look at the US 100. So we have previous support round 12.8, previous support round 12.8, resistance at 12.8, resistance at 12.8, support at 12.8. So should we be concerned that we're putting that back down to this level? I don't necessarily think so. Now we close under this. Yeah, I mean, that's bad. We're going back down here. That's bad. But being here in the morning, that's what the market's doing to us. It gives red or it gives green with too much exuberance. Once we close through here, most of the technicals are saying we should be moving towards these highs. And these highs are the 13,300 levels. We'll go over to the room. Let's have a quick look what everyone's saying. Get my chat up. There we go. Welcome to the 550 viewers already joining us 10 minutes into this stream or 14 minutes into this stream. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. BNGO. You guys love that thing. AMC is back. We'll be taking a look at that soon. Let's go over to AMC GME and see what is happening. 2.63% pre-market for GME, 266. We're trapped between 275 and 240 right now, and they're the key sessions for today. And AMC 1.85% down, unfortunately, 4.37 yesterday. This is a harder technical to make sense of. So we had our 1050 originally. I still think 1050 is an okay resistance because look here on the most recent price action. We gapped higher, sold off, found resistance with body closes of the bull candles all around the 1050. So if you close above 1050 for AMC, that could trigger probably around the $11.50, $12 again. There's actually some pretty big triggering that could happen here. Last time it got through 1050, where did it go? 12. This time, if it gets through, remember, this is not through 1050. This was a recovery during the first flash, but now that we're in the range, above 1050 could expose 12. BTC incoming. GME and AMC gamma squeeze incoming, says Kyle. We'll have to see about that one. It requires, of course, everyone to get on board into the weekend. VIX not good for the bulls. Yeah, VIX is 22.7, so it's up 3.65%, but not that much. So as we were saying with the US 100, it's perfectly normal for it to be around this 12,800, guys. I don't think that's unusual or something that we should be too worried about. Let me just quickly put this link in the room for everyone. Put it in there now. There we go. If you're interested in joining our Discord community, please click that link. That should invite you to the public area. And I'll put that as a tag for today. Angel 4 says, I couldn't sleep all night, but at least I can get news from the pre-market. Okay, Angel, you must be a bit leveraged over there. Good luck for today. Can you take a look at ZOM and what you think about the catalyst at the end of the month? We'll see if we can, Nicholas, for sure. Especially short interest on GME has fallen a ton. And Meet Kevin checked the short interest yesterday afternoon after the close, and it was low. Look, I think short interest is only one of the... I mean, that's obviously what people want to try to squeeze through. And if short interest is low, that's important. But it also could just be people piling in. The short interest movement is if the short interest is high, more people are inclined to do it because they believe in the concept. Remember, if people just pile in on something and they buy it anyway, they are going to push it regardless because they're all buying against the price. The squeeze concept just gives everyone confidence to be in it. Let's now go over to BTC. So we've covered our thoughts on the market. I don't think there's too much to be concerned about there. BTC hit that high again, put pressure on the 58,000, really straight on the resistance. We have our 4-hour 20 moving average. This is the moving average that we're paying attention to right now for pullbacks. If this is reached, what do we expect? Movement to the upside. 58,200, that's the kind of zone that we are looking to breach. And I think it really just takes some further bullish momentum. Here we've got a 4-hour, which could end as a pin bar. We'll come back to that throughout today's session. What do you guys think? Do you think new all-time high today for Bitcoin? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments right now. We'll check it out. Brian Song says he used the Bloomberg terminal and just wasn't short as much. Yeah, Bloomberg terminal is a good source of information. That's probably about the only good bit of information people can get. Alex Rogers says, Aussie living in the US or just trading through the night like an owl? More like the owl component, Alex. More like the owl. Next week will be good though. You guys do daylight savings time. That helps me. And then 2 weeks later, we do it. And then we go back to 11:30 open my time, which is awesome. Yes, no, nope. Within the next 3 days, the weekend could be the place where it happens, I think. Another interesting crypto is Chills. I'm not invested, thinking maybe. Okay, we'll take a look at that one maybe. So 4-hour 20. Why did we decide that was one of the keys? Well, because of the left-hand side. I tell you guys this a lot in the community. It's all about this, which is the 20 moving average and the 4-hour pullback. So these zones here were so good in the last bull run. The 20 was just amazing the whole way through the session. Now, we've already seen it hit once. We've seen it barely not touch it once and then come through it. So that means that at this stage, we've got a 1 and 2 and previous history telling us that the market respected the 4-hour 20. So we're going to use that as much as possible. As much as possible. Go to Ethereum now. What's going on with Ethereum? Well, it continues to coil and hover. It's actually still holding as well as it can, this 4-hour 20. Notice here, a little bit of rejection. The 4-hour 20 is one of the best swing trading methods in cryptocurrencies. I've noticed so many cryptocurrencies are holding this level, guys. It's literally the hold the wall zone as much as possible when things go bullish. So Ethereum's known to do this. It could be actually forming some kind of a little bit of a flag kind of return here. So you've got like a decreasing kind of trend line here that's gone through 3 sessions or 3 peaks. Then you've got the bottom end here that's gone through as well. And it seems to be stuck in this channel. Now, for me, it's just break through, get above that high. We can then take both of these highs out, move towards the 1900. There might be some 1900 resistance. And then we go, of course, to the 2000, the most important level for ETH. So ETH is stuck in the range. Look to the 4-hour. Make sure it stays within this channeling kind of area. And if it does come back down here, that could be a zone that you're looking at as well from the buy side. 1700, 200 simple moving average, and a 50 exponential moving average, all sitting there, plus our little trend line on the bottom side would be acting. Look at the synergies with this zone. Resistance, resistance, support, support, moving averages, and a trend line. That is a good area to be looking at for ETH and well worth checking out. What's happening on this one? Starting to disappoint me. Now, I mentioned on DOT that I liked this. which was the symmetrical triangle. Series of higher lows, and then a breakout. The breakout occurred, it came down, retested, and now it's hovering. I wouldn't be giving this too much more time as a trade. And I've talked about this a few times, that if you do take a trade, and let's say you're down a little bit on it, you have to put a timer on how long you're going to hold that position. Now, sometimes you'll get it right and you'll hold it all the way over here and then it will move up. And if that's the type of trading that you want to do, that's fine. But I do find that for me, it's about wanting to see it happen quickly. If we don't see a stronger movement over the next 24 hours in this particular pair, I'm going to probably have to say, I'm not interested in it anymore from a trade perspective. Not investment perspective, but a trade perspective. ETH3K by 1st of the 4th, says Rob. I'm pretty bullish on ETH, but I don't have that number. I've got about 2.6K, but not that fast either. Good luck there, Rob. I hope it happens for you. 10-year blasting up to 1.61. Markets threw a tantrum last week at 1.64. Yeah, so the 10 years making waves and it's making news. Again, I think these these treasury yields are really just more of a little bit of an excuse in some ways. I've told you guys before, it's not unusual to see these treasury bonds and note yields move very quickly and then start to stagnate. We're at a resistance. I've said 2 for that. 2% is where I expect it to potentially go. And it's just this is the thing about markets you've got to understand. They've got to make up an excuse that they want to move it. They have to. You have to always have an excuse. Oh, it's treasury yields. Oh, it's concerns about oil. Oh, it's concerns about this, constraint, whatever. It'll always be in plain sight. Go back and say, does this currently matter? Now, if we had note yields going over 2%, it matters because at that point, you're breaking past crazy resistance. We'll take a look at it soon. But until that point happens, it's just going back just like it did in the GFC, just like it did every single time there's a crash. It's going back to a normalized level for it. It's not normal. It's just normal for what it should be. That's my thoughts. I mean, what do you guys think? Yes or no on that one? So there's DOT. We'll go through XRP here. Very lackluster coin. I'm not even interested in this thing until it breaks through the 50. It was making a series of higher lows and failed to hold that through. So now XRP becomes boring. Again, there's just nothing here on this. The SEC's all over it. We know that's a problem. ADA traders, again, it has been a pretty weak looking coin throughout this session. I feel like it's making a series of lower highs through this area where this trend line is now in play. So maybe have that on your charts. You still want your 1.05 on your charts or 1.06. And if it gets through there, it goes towards 1. 1 might hold it, but it doesn't have the same bullish momentum that it had last time. Last time it was all about every single time it came down, it was finding huge wick buying. So momentum was bullish, 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 bullish. And now we'll have to, if this closes down, it's bad for ADA. So be careful on that. We've got already 1,000 people joining us in the room. Hello, welcome to Friday pre-market. It's going to be a great day, I think, even though the market is down, is down at least at the start. 2% is not historically unusual. Well, it's historically unusual, isn't it, if you go back like 20 years, but at least it's more usual to the current markets that we're in. Brandon Doctor, $5 says FCEL. Thank you very much, Brandon Doctor. Appreciate that. We will check it out in just a few moments. So in our continued coverage here, let's have a look at the pre-market. Let's use the Webull thing here. We'll load it up. So what is the pre-market looking like? What is being moving up or down? So we have some of the banks finding a little bit of rotation here. And on the bad side, we've got Tesla, we've got DocuSign, we've got Zscaler, CrowdStrike, all the ones that were moving heavily yesterday. Remember, what did some of these particular stocks put on? They were putting on 7 and 8% yesterday. So it makes sense that we will have a change in kind of like, a little bit of profit taking coming into the Friday. This is just early points here. On the pre-market to the down and upside, we've got Sundial, Tilray now coming off the 28 resistance. For anyone that's in Tilray, you should have really been looking at 28. It was a very clear resistance. We spoke about it on the stream yesterday. It was good. Palantir had a nice day to 26.73. Makes sense for it to have some decline, 25.61 now. And on the positive side, the only thing up right now is GameStop at 266.20. So 266.20. AMC down 2%. And that is the market wrap. Let's have a look here at Brandon's FCEL. Let's check it out. Fuel Cell Energy. Thank you very much for the donation there, Brandon. This is 4.14% down to 1760 today. We have an $18.36 USD, 12.78% increase. What is going on? So it hit resistance. See that little bit of resistance. Very close to it, at least. It's now 1756, which is like here. So it's down high as a percentage, but not really too much of a trouble. Now, there's a couple of things that can play out here. If it comes down and then does this, what in essence is it doing? It's in essence forming an inverse head and shoulders. Now, if that happened, I bet you it proofs to the high. I'll take the proof for you just to show you. Looks like it probably, oh, this is logarithmic, this one. We'll take it all the way to the bottom. Okay, so it doesn't quite proof to the high. Proofs to about 26.44. So that's one opportunity that could happen here on it. But it did hit the resistance. It could start to hover and consolidate there. If it closes above, it may come down and retest this level and then move on up. The good news for you is you only have really 2 points that you have to be worried about. The first point is going to be probably this level, 2050, let's call it, 2050, 2060. If you close above 2060, then you can move towards 2350 and quite a nice healthy profit. And they're really the only two zones. There's not much noise over here on the left-hand side that's going to stop it. So you're going to have a decent movement to the next area, If the resistance comes through, you have to worry about only one support line, and that is right there. So 1581 is actually the only zone you need to be worried about. I know it was very, very low. 5th of March, you were talking about $11.14 on this. But it's perfectly normal for it to have a pullback after a large move up. It went from $11 to $18. It makes sense now to go back to 1570, yeah? This zone here, I would expect buying pressure to come back through. So break above, you've got those zones there, 2050, 2060, or the 2360-ish. I don't know why it's choosing 60s, but it is. And on the support, worry more around the 16-ish dollars. A closure under the 1580.16, that it then exposes some more selling pressure back down to these lows, and you do not want that under any circumstances. Brian Stonk says, listen, you apes, smash the like button. 1K watching and 168 likes is unacceptable. Thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate that, man. DG, morning to you. Red Steel at FX Evolution. What site do you use for the sector performance line charts? I use Koifin Red Steel. It's free service. So if you enjoy those types of things, definitely suggest you take a look at them. Nico Pisano, $5. Thank you very much for the donation there, Nico. Could you look at TAL/USD? The fundamentals seem great, thinking about going in. All right, let's have a look at TAL/USD. I assume this is this one here. Okay. Oh, well, it had some nice structure before it broke out recently. That was really nice. What's the market capitalization size of this coin? Let me just quickly bring it up. Okay, so it looks like market cap here is $500 million. So just under $500 million, $411 million, up 41% recently. I did that just because I want to understand exactly how bad where it came in at, being the point 0.001 was, or the point 0.01 as a resistance. That could be a problem. So it acted very technically here. It consolidated for some time. It had beautiful low buying. It had a trend line that was going down. You can see that was there. And it was holding this moving average, being a daily 20. So the trend has been incredibly intact. Take a look at the 20 moving average. It is phenomenal through this TAL US dollar. What happened? It seems to be moving in potentially similar leg cycles. Let's have a look if this is true. Nope, it's not, because the logarithmic is getting me again. Okay, so it's not moving in cycles. That's fine, but the 20 is definitely holding. That means that any pullback that does occur in the future, you would expect the 20 to hold, but you would also expect the 20 to be lackluster, as in it would take some time before it bounces off that. Remember, here it took 2 or 3 touches. Here it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many touches. Do the fundamentals make sense? I'm not sure about that. We can't look at it right now. We just wouldn't have time. But if you are interested in it, you could even look to when it broke out. Did it respect the 4-hour 20? Yeah, pretty well. They were good little areas. So you could even look at the 4-hour 20 here. And if it sells off, possibly take a look at buying off that area. I can't speak to whether you like it a lot or not. It's not a huge market cap, so it has room to run. We know many coins can get to that kind of 2 to 2.5 billion area. So if that's something that interests you, you believe in the session, then that is a zone that I believe a lot of coins can get to. To pick the next DOT, to pick the next Cardano, that's going to be hard. But $1 to $2 billion seems to be quite doable for many coins in this very hot market. Good luck, and thank you for the donation. Kayla Bennett, $2. Message was retracted. So I'm not sure if you had another one, but thank you very much, Kayla, for the donation there. I appreciate it a lot. Sal De Cristo, could you do ZG, please? Sal, I reckon you do this every day. Thank you very much. ZG, let's have a look for the community. Quick update for everyone that's coming in. We've got 1,000 or almost 1,200 people here. Thanks so much for giving us likes and different things on the channel. I have been appreciating it a lot. So we've got cryptocurrencies moving down a little bit this morning. We have the stock market moving down a little bit. Remember, 3,900 is the key zone for the S&P 500. And we have 12,800, pretty much what was resistance, becoming support for the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq's down 1.66 in early trading, but it's Friday and some profit taking is occurring. So ZG up pre-market actually, 0.01, 161. Was up yesterday, 8.11%. So it hit the level, didn't it? This was the level we discussed yesterday. That was nice. We continue to find pressure here on this one. Let's go to the daily, just have a look. So beautiful trade. We expected it to go here. Now, from a daily wick perspective, did it close through? I guess you would say yes. Because resistance here, wick buying here. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's fair to say it broke through. And that then exposes the next zone, which is 178. It's looking good. It's looking good. I like this one, Sal. Very strong recovery. It's going to have to hold up and continue to hold this sentiment. But ZG, Zillow Group, seems to be doing so far. I mean, it's only up 0.01. It's not down in the pre-market. That's pretty amazing in itself. Try to make it hold this previous support zone, 158. If it can, then you're looking at a quick, smooth move to hopefully the 177. So as this reprices, there's a good amount of potential here, and it did close above, showing bullish momentum into the close of the day. There's clearly a lot of buying momentum here on ZG. Appreciate the donation and good luck with that one. Big Newy, Canadian $20. Big Newy, thank you so much. You are amazing, sticker. You are amazing, Big Newy. Big shout out to from the community to Big Newy. He's been supporting the channel quite a lot, and $20 is a very generous donation, especially in such an illustrious, great currency such as Canadian dollar. That's probably like 50 Australian dollars. It's not that much, but you know what I'm saying. Thank you very much. 10-year treasury yield goes brewer, says Matt Bricks. We'll be taking a look at that very, very soon. Another donation coming in here from ATX Mized, $5. Hey FX, I just joined the stream today and already liking it. Can you take a look at AMP US dollar Gemini exchange? Sure can. Thank you very much and welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy what we do. We cover everything to do with technical analysis, a little bit of fundamentals, and of course my opinions here on the markets. Let's have a look at this crypto. AMP US dollar on the Gemini exchange. You even gave me the exchange. I like that a lot. Some people don't give me the exchange, or they don't give me the country that their code is in. And if they're from Europe, I'm always looking at the American market, so I miss that. So remember, if you're donating and you have a European stock, tell me, or a Canadian stock or something like that, give me that code and tell me where it is from. Here is my thoughts recently. Maybe that's the better one to draw. Either way, it doesn't really matter. We've closed easily through that. I just wanted to show you how you can tell the end of the downtrend. So this was making a series of huge amounts of lower peaks. Now, what an amazing level this was. And it even had a nasty, nasty, nasty trap. So this is why I like to trade bigger time frames. Let's see if they actually closed through. As a learning experience. Oh, the 1 hour didn't. Okay, let's have a look at the 15 minute. Oh, 15 minute didn't even. Wow. So it was just aggressive selling, taking out stop losses. That is very mean of the traders. Well, when it broke through literally this candle here, I would have been super bullish on this pair. Couple of reasons why. We've cleared the trend line that was down, series of lower peaks, and that was making lower peaks for a long time. It also cleared the channeling pattern that was here. So this candle here would have made me very bullish on this AMP coin. It's then moved up strongly, hit a level of resistance, so you know it's acting really technically. Remember, learn from the areas. If it's acting technically, that's awesome. It means that it's going to continue to do so. Where is it now? Previous little bit of resistance acting as support. So as long as it holds here, it cannot fall. If it falls, where's it going to go to? Back down to this 0.022. So this zone must hold. Then it goes and puts pressure on the 0.028. Let's have a look if there's any way that we can figure out when that's going to happen. Lots of side trading and small volume, it looks like here. Holding just beautiful areas though. Every time it comes here, it just creates little channels, this thing. And that's probably due to just a lack of trading on the coin. So no closes above recently, no closes below recently, 1 hour. A close above on the 1 hour, I think actually triggers a move into the 0.028. All right, I don't mind this one. This is okay. It's acted technically in the past. There's a lot to break down here. And remember, if you don't care about this coin, and I'm sure many of you out there don't care about this coin, it's the technical analysis that you can use here that will work in stocks. It'll work in commodities. It'll work in currencies. It just will not work in probably GME AMC. No, soft commodities are the one it won't work in. Thank you for the donation, and hopefully you enjoyed that and it helps you out. Gravity Falls. Thank you very much, Gravity. Would you please have a look at my first Aussie purchase, Linus Rare Earths LYC. Linus Rare Earths Limited. Okay. Let's go to the monthly, because on the stock, you always want to know where things are at. So big recovery. This has had a few runs on it. It had that big movement after the GFC and then just declined massively. It's in other metals and minerals. It's been recovering now for a while. Last year's pandemic hit it down to $1. Previous little bit of resistance around the $1, $1.10. It did find support and now it's broken through above. Let's go to the weekly. Massive trend. Daily. Assume you bought it off this daily 20 here, Gravity. So daily 20 has been holding it. Because it's been holding it so great, if you're going to follow a trend like this, you have to be very well aware of this daily 20 and know if it is broken, closed against, that you now need to start being hyper vigilant of potentially taking profit or part of the trade off it. And why I say that is because a trend like this, unless it's a stock that's continuously growing by a certain amount, this is a mineral stock. So in Australia, there's a lot of these kind of mining stocks and things, is that when things turn bad, it has a tendency to be very, very bad and sustained because it's around the price of the mineral. So the 20 moving average is great. Continue to follow it this way. You go into the 4 hour, you'll notice a little breakout that's just occurred, which should be quite bullish here for this. And I think that range as well should go into the previous highs, which it does. So everything's pointing towards pressuring the $6.80 to $7. Minerals have taken off the last couple of weeks. Maybe now it's time for it to go on to its next recovery. Daily 20 gravity, good luck. Cara Marga, $4.99. Thanks, Tom. Could you take a look at ex-US Steel? United States Steel Corp. Another similar kind of pattern, I would assume. Yep. All right. So we need to draw that resistance through here. Very important zone. Welcome to the 1,320 people already joining us here on the Friday Open. A little bit of red. It's early pre-market. Don't be too concerned yet. The US market actually has been recovering in the futures. 39.18. US 100, 12,849. Not unexpected after moves like 7-8% in certain stocks yesterday. And we will go through all of that throughout the session. So this has been acting quite technically here. Resistances become support. Buying. Wick rejections then closed above. This is all the weekly. I mean, it looks incredibly likely that it's going to push to 24.18. I mean, that's very likely that it happens. What probably is a bigger problem is, does it then pull back to another zone? And I think that if it does pull back to around this $20, 1980, that it should find really heavy support as well. It's very technical. It's got great levels of support, great levels of resistance, which should act as support. This hasn't been a tested zone now, but see, this first time it fell through, but it was only one touch. Now we've got one touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches, and a breakthrough, and already a retest pickup. Not bad. If it comes down, this level should act as support, move back up to 24.18, and then after 24.18, using the bigger time frames, we might be able to figure out where it goes. Looks like maybe even a 30, just under 30, 29.50 or something. There really is a lot of gap range in here. Don't think it matters about that. Don't think it matters about that. I'd probably draw a range between 28 and 29.50 and watch it carefully there. Not bad, good. It was looking scary. You could have called this a head and shoulders at one point. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But the price action here has busted that idea and things are again bullish. Good luck on this one, Cara. Oh, you guys are being really awesome today. Thank you for all these donations. Pano Mano, Canadian, $5. Check CNCX. Very will do. I'll just quickly welcome the member to the community here. We have a new member, Rashad Washington. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thanks so much for joining the community. And hopefully you enjoy your time here. Enjoy the emoticons and good luck today. Pano Mano, Canadian, $5. Check CNCX.
Take your entire stock.
Okay, CNCX. Is that actually the code? If you can send this one again, Pano, just send it to the admin or type at FX Evolution. Someone will pick it up. I might be putting it in wrong or something else is going on, but I don't see that code. So just send it through again, not as a donation, but just to Dave will pick it up. Hopefully he's here. Manfred Newstifter. I totally butchered your last name. Australian $5. TA on 90-year cycles. 90-year what? Is this some kind of thing that I don't know about, or are you just talking about 90-year cycles in general? I'm not sure what exactly you mean, but are you talking about like some 1929 kind of 1930 crash kind of concept into now, or a boom into bust or something like that. Manfred, I need a little bit more information about what the 90-year cycle is. I'm not sure, man, but I do appreciate the donation. Thank you. MP Trading, $5. Just started my own channel a few weeks ago. Learning a lot from watching you. Thank you very much, MP, and congratulations on getting the channel up. Thanks and support to you from Ireland. Well, good luck, MP Trading. It's not easy. For people out there that want to try doing YouTube, I'll tell you this. Look, I'm very passionate about this. Been doing it 12 years. I love it. I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and that's awesome. But there is a lot of content creation, and it actually does drain you a fair bit. So if you want to get into it, give it a crack. It's very rewarding, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be. I can see why some YouTubers whinge about it for sure. Thank you from us to Ireland. Sam, $2. Do you like, what's that thing called? Conor McGregor's, what is it, whiskey or something? Proper Irish? I saw he got almost kicked out of that the other day. Sam, $2. Love your work. Please look at RKT. You'll probably make a few people happy with us looking at... Oh no, this is not the one I thought it was. Okay, RKT Rackspace. Relatively new. Came in August last year. Volume is $4.3 billion. So market capitalization is quite large. It's on a level that it should be finding support at. Now, has it been acting technically? Remember, we always want to ask this question whenever possible when we're looking at a stock, a currency, a commodity, AMC, GME, whatever we're looking at. We want to see, has it been acting technically? In this case, I would say yes, to a degree. Double bottom was formed. Double bottom definitely went the distance plus some. It then found resistance. That acted as support during the last pullback. And now it is consolidating around that zone. So that's pretty important. Let's zoom in here. Pre-market 2093, basically flat from yesterday. Bullish pin. Most of the stocks have this at the moment due to that flash that happened the other day, followed by big pickup. Let's go to the 4-hour. So with 4-hour, I like to put it around the closes and the wicks. 2093 puts us here. So I don't think you're in a bad situation. If you're looking buying or holding this, it's okay. When will you know you're in a really good situation? When you close above this level. When you close above that 2120 on a significant time frame, such as a daily or a 4-hour. Because you gapped after what I can only assume is earnings, it's normal for a stock that doesn't instantly rebound like a tech stock can to consolidate and start moving. Now, I instantly point to one thing here, and let's have a look at the daily. So yesterday was 1.65 up, but do you guys notice that volume increased a lot more than it was previously? Look at this. So there were bigger moves with smaller amounts of volume. Then all of a sudden the volume increased yesterday. I would be very interested to see what the volume does today, because it's at a resistance of these moving averages and near a top resistance of 2120. If the volume continues increasing and then it closes above, what is that telling us? That interest has come back in and someone is accumulating positions. So continue to watch that space. Check your volume at the end of the day. Not bad. Once you get through here, you could be looking at an explosive move that could move all the way back to those previous highs, $24. There's some nice percentages there, Sam. Good luck. Sandola, 77, $4 for a coffee. Thank you very much, Sandola. I'll be spending that money in the morning getting my coffee after getting up. So appreciate it, Sandola. You've been a great support to the stream, and I love to have you here. Hold GME no matter what happens, says K. Sapphire H says message him mods, lol. What did I miss here? RKT, not RXT. So it was Rocket. Well, anyway, that's the RKT, yeah? It doesn't matter. You learned from that one. All right, well, Rocket Companies is a lot worse. I actually like that other one more because it makes more sense to me. This was an explosive move off another good channel. It did have a little bit of increased volume, and then of course the spastic volume that came through on it. It's clearly a pump and dump from the retail community. I'm sorry, it was. We all know that. We knew during the session it was as well. You really need to have now holding potential here on Rocket. So we looked at this yesterday with the structure that was forming. We then broke it down to the 2 hour, and we kind of came up with a solution that if we could start to get above this 27 area, because it's not looking bad so much, it's just forming a very similar setup to that RXT. A very similar setup. It's forming a structure, and then if it closes above that 27, 28 zone, it's back on. Because what do we know? The hype train will re-begin on a stock like this. RKT will most likely go through the message boards. You'll see it on Reddit. You'll see it on Twitter. You'll see it on Stock Tweets, all those websites. Everyone will be like, whoa, it's back on. It's going to $40. And they'll get in. It's like Tilray. It's like GME. It's like AMC. It's the same situation. So watch these stocks that have become unpopular that have already had a cycle of spurt in them. Because we saw it with GME recently. What happened, guys? It went down to $40 after having that initial big run on it. And then guess what? It rotated back in and people got re-interested in it again. So don't discount it, but understand what it is. It is a pump and dump with a company underneath. So when it gets up to these valuations, it is not worth it. When it's here, it's interesting to watch. Try to find increased volume. Look at your volume on the daily. Look at those types of things. And if it is increasing, which it isn't right now, but if it is, and then it gets up there and starts holding daily candles underneath, it could be an explosive move about to occur. Good luck on that one. JCI5M says, damn, who wants to tell Tom nobody cares about it? Everyone. You should still care about any of the technical analysis, I5, because it's the same thing, doesn't matter what the stock is. Okay, we need to catch up here. If one of the other mods, if Dave's not around, Kevin or something, could you possibly message me? X is a chart I like a lot, Kevin says. We did that before. Lego Spartan, $5 Singapore. Thank you very much. Evening, Tom. Can you take a look at the DJIA and Russell 2000? Seems extended and due for a correction. Okay, well, let's have a look at IWM, is it? Russell 2000. Let's take a look at that right now. So yesterday we closed at the 233. So look, there's no question the Russell 2000 is on a hyperactive run to the moon. This was an unbelievable increase in these stocks. Basically, we went from a 96 or around 1,000 all the way to a 2,320. Now, what happened after the GFC? I think it's worthwhile going and learning what happened there. We saw a massive increase in the Russell fairly quickly. This is a faster recovery than we saw during the GFC because the Fed intervened. Papa Powell got in there and he helicoptered money to everyone, to everybody. There's stimulus, there's all sorts of things. But it isn't unheard of for the Russell to run quite aggressively. Now, I've got this theory that I believe a lot of new companies are emerging through the Russell right now. So we have new companies and new big things happening, and that's part of the reason why this is going through. Also, the Russell is moving because of stim checks. I believe a lot of smaller investors are investing in smaller companies. They're learning about through YouTube, through everything else. Is there a way for us to tell that it's super hyper extended? Well, you have to look at the trends and say, is it going too fast too soon? I think, yes, it's moving too quickly, but at the same time, it's not giving us enough pullback noise to say, okay, we're overshooting it. We didn't get underneath the 205. If we did that, we could have had a really serious correction. We had a big bullish movement and we even closed to a new high. So most things are pointing here that the Russell is actually quite healthy and it's doing well. I couldn't stop it at this stage. I really couldn't. I couldn't tell you exactly where it's going though, because it's just going to continue to increase and we don't have any signal yet saying it's not good. It's just had a pullback, almost hit the 20 on the weekly, and now it's back on the move. So it did have a correction, and now it's moving up. I don't think that means it's unhealthy at this stage. It looks quite green and quite good. Follow the trend, Lego, whenever possible. DJIA, that is the Dow Jones future. We'll just use, we can probably just use US 30. We'll just use US 30 code here to get the futures trading. Is this extended? There's arguments to be made again each way. We have the tech stocks have already become extended. Now we have the recovery through the major companies. So things like Disney, things like the banks, other things, Caterpillar, etc., are all recovery really heavily. So I don't think it's insanely overpriced. It's just like recovering more to be in line with everything else. The Nasdaq is insanely overpriced at some points, but it's not unheard of. Look at things like the Shanghai Composite. Look at the Nifty 50. What's the Nifty doing? Nifty 50. I mean, this is insane. Nifty 50 also has a trend line on it that's been pretty good. Look at this. This is 7.5 all the way to 15,000 off stimulus. So it's a problem across the board, I guess is what I'd be saying, Lego. Good luck with that. Gareth Benton, $5.49. Hey man, great channel. Thank you very much. I listen to it every day while I'm working. Please, can you take a look at BNB US dollar tether? That's Binance. Yes, we can do that. BNB crypto. We will use, you want the futures. I'm just going to use the tether version, which I assume you'll be happy with. Okay. We'll take a look at that. I've got some notes coming in here. Dave says I'm here and I'm up to date with them. So the 90-year cycle was really a question. Yeah, I can't really comment on that because I don't really believe in cycles that large. So unfortunately, thank you very much for the donation, but I don't think cycles go that large. I think it's more like 20-year and 15-year cycles. I mean, most bull runs are about 8 to 10 years long, and that's the way I look at cycles. 8 to 10 years. If we are truly starting the start of a new bull run, you might as well be relatively bullish for the next 6 to 7 years. I know that may seem insane, but we could be looking at the roaring 20s again in 2020s. So that's what happens. When the bull runs have gone, they tend to not bust for a long period of time. And I think they've kind of, by plugging a lot of the problems, they've made this last bull run kind of extended, and it's going to continue for quite some time. Maybe unpopular, but I do believe that is possible. So let's have a look here at Binance. So it did act incredibly technically on that declining trend line we had last time. We got the close above. That signaled some bullish momentum. It did move through, and then it came back down. Where is it now? So it's holding here at 275. Is this tough to do analysis on? Probably. Closures here on the daily. That would be my preferred zone, 255. So if we continue to see some weakness here in crypto, I feel like that's the area that Binance should come down to. And it's because you had a closure here, support buying here. So everything made sense through this 255. And it also had a tendency after its large run. Let me have a look at the previous history. It came down to the 20. That would be probably where the 20 moving average would be coming up to it. Yeah, I feel like with this Binance coin, and I am a bit scared of the price of the Binance coin. I don't like it as much as the other coins because of what it's doing and what it is. Still making a series of higher lows, but not higher highs. It is looking weak to me, and I could see it come back down to the 255. But I do think there's a lot of structure across the board here, and I would be interested in it at 255. That's probably my answer there for Binance. Good luck, and yeah, hopefully you do well there, Gareth. Sal De Cristo says, could you take a look at 10-year US notes? Certainly will. Certainly will. 1 second. Here we go. We'll load up US 10 years. 1.612, hitting the resistance of last time. So this is what has the market supposedly spooked right now, up 4.55% into the weekend as well. Not an ideal thing. Now, I've mentioned this a few times. I feel that we can reprice back to 2 for this note. And for it to be relatively normal. Remember, in December 19, we hit 1.95. We've now got stimulus in here. We've got all sorts of things. So this could be a reprice. Is it unusual for this to occur? Let's have a look at the weekly to try to find out more, guys. Let's take a look here. Go back in the past. So here was a crash that happened in the GFC. And the GFC went down to 2%. It quickly repriced all the way up as the market was recovering, remember, to 3.85%. So it actually busted through that previous support, which acted as no resistance, it seems, and moved into the previous high. Then we've had plenty of really large movements over time. Now, 16 was a pretty bad year for the US market as it continued to kind of, it rose quite heavily and stagnated the market. So that is a possibility. But this zone here, if it does break through, I think we then gravitate towards the 2 and the markets will be scared of it. But at 2, I feel like we stop. We go bang, it's over. That's where we should hit. Past 2, I'd be very worried. Very worried. But 2 should be hit and then a gradual decline back to the 1.6 if we get through and then movement away. Also consider that the bonds always extend and hyperextend away from the 20. Look at this hyperextension away from the 20. It's the same kind of thing again with the reprice. Go back to the GFC, scroll across. Same kind of hyperextension occurred here at the last section as it was repricing back up to what it thought fair price was after the crisis. So again, I'm not concerned about it for now. It's at a point of resistance. If it breaks through and closes above here on something like a weekly, maybe we redo price to 1.952. That may scare people, but I will see it as an opportunity more than something I'm fearful of. I am not fearful of that point. Thank you very much, Sal, and hopefully people get that point. Are you guys fearful of the treasury yields? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Fearful or not fearful of these yields? Quickly go over before we keep answering the donations. What is GME doing? 267 for everyone that's joining us, the 1,600 people out there. 275 is our resistance of the day so far. 240 is the support. And on AMC, which is down 1.75%, we have a 1010 currently. I think 1050 is the resistance of the day. And if we close above 1050 on a significant time frame, remember that was a gap breakdown and everything here was all part of the insanity. Last time what happened? We went on to 12. So 12 could be in play if we get above 1050 with a significant time frame close and keep moving up. Abdul Fatir says the 10-year yield is at 1.61%. That's why everything is down. That is certainly a relatively good excuse. But I think another reason why it's all down is because we had a big movement up and we're going to test from the top down supports. Technicals do this, and these are certainly reasons. Ulick, $2. Love your channel, man. Thank you very much. Couldn't you take a look at RNU ASX? We'll try to do that now. RNU, and then you want it versus ASX. Or is it run on the ASX? Oh, RN. What am I doing? There we go. All right, 0.08. Wow, this is a small one for sure. 116 million. It is a penny stock. A true blue penny stock, as they'd say in Australia. Let's have a look here. Resistance has been met. My feeling is it is known, it seems, for doing a bit of the pumpy dumpy. It's had better trade volume on it in recent years, but that weekly resistance was met pretty much today by this market. Am I concerned about it? Yeah, I would be a little bit concerned. 4 hour here continues to be bullish and the best area of recognizing whether it's still in a great trend or not. 4 hour 20 here, Ulick. hits resistance. I think that's going to be a take profit level based on the previous history. Remember, always look at the monthly, always look at the weekly, guys. It pays off in the long run to do that, and I do think it's worthwhile. Yeah, 4 hour 20, man. That's so solid, that level. Keep going. Sid says $2. I'll just read it now. Ty says he cages you after the streams, confirms this. Luckily for me, Tyrone lives in a different area than I do. So while we work together and everything, he has no chance to cage me at night, Sid. I'm free. It's not true, man. It's not true. Fake news, some would say. Okay, let's go back through. What are we up to? Oh, you guys have been very generous today. I've been a bit slow here, obviously. Victor Francis, $2. Tiblio tip. Think that plus minus 10% on WPF is possible today. Wow, you're looking at some serious returns. Plus minus 10% on this stock. Foley, some financial conglomerate stock. I am not sure about plus minus 10%. Bullish is good. Resistance is met. 1.35% down. Closure above 1040 on a significant time frame might get you your 1060. But I don't think that's 10% for you. So no, I don't think that there is 10% in this particular stock. Thank you for the donation, but I feel like 1050 would be the best you could do, maybe upwards of the 1060. But you do have amazing support that will act as resistance right underneath the 11. So be careful of that in the future. And it looks like it's actually beginning the bullish movement there, Victor. Good luck. AVDS, $5. If you have to make a guess and you think BTC will have a pullback before the new all-time high, or do you think it will go to price discovery soon without a pullback? So with the yields doing what they're doing, that's a good question, ABDS. My thoughts are it probably needs to come back to this 4 hour 20. What happened last time? We have so many lines here now. So 40,000 was breached after basically hitting around the high and then coming down, and it breached through. So it had the discovery back to the 20 moving average, then it pulled up. Let's have a look at the previous history. Remember, previous history can help you a lot here. 30,000 didn't really do anything, it just was on a bull train. 20,000, what did it do? It was coiling for some time and then broke through. So they're not, the last one there certainly did pull back and then breach to the new high. So I'm thinking, I guess this would have to be my call. ABDS. Good luck. That's just my thought process. Andrew, $2. NVX on ASX. NVX. This is Novanix Limited, Electrical Products Producer Manufacturing. Oh, yeah, that had nice closure above here. So we're on the 4 hour straight away. Nice closure above signifies, after some consideration as well, signifies a move to the next one. I think you're just on the move to $3. Seems quite logical. Closed above, really strong, 276. Now we move towards the 3. The 3 will act as resistance here. And if you get through the 3 to the 350, there's not much else to say about it. Everything looks standard. Nice movement up. Volumes increased. Still much lower than it was during the crash, but you expect that. 3 seems in the book here, Andrew. Good luck. Continue to watch it. A pullback to this zone is not unlikely. Not unheard of. And then it should be met by buying pressure and movement up. So that is a possibility, or just continues the trend up to 3. Good luck on this one. Now, you guys are commenting a lot today. Thank you so much. Dan Gallinger, $5. Could you take a look at TRCH? Not sure how much TA you can do, but rumors have been out for a bit of a merge. It's getting voted on today. Okay, all right. So TRCH, this is from Dan Gallinger, Torchlight Energy. We've done this one before, I believe. It's in like a downtrend before. It's up pre-market here 11%. So there's obviously some rumors going around. 20% yesterday. How good is this actual announcement going to be if it's already moved 30% in 2 days? Support was met. We've done this one before. We go down to the 4 hour. $3 would bring it above the previous resistance. $3.04. Okay.
I'll take your entire stock.
If we treat that as a channel, which I'm not sure if we can, but we can try. It really doesn't have any structure on the left-hand side, man. So if it closes where it is right now in the pre-market today, and it's getting voted on today, it's not giving you the technical you want because it's already moved. It's already above. By the time the news comes out, you're not going to be able to get your close confirmation. So you're going to have to say, I want to gamble on it, or I'm not going to gamble on it. And that's a decision you'll have to make. In terms of the next levels, though, I mean, this thing had just went up to 455, so that the payoff could be very, very good. What happened last time, though, we need to learn that there was a gap, a movement up, and it dumped. And I would always go back to the 4 hour, back to the weeklies and 2 weeklies and things, just to see if this thing moves and then dumps. And why does it dump? Moves up, dumps, moves up, dumps. It has a tendency not to be able to hold the move. So that would be my biggest concern there, Dan. Good luck today on this. Everything's looking bullish. It has a lot of room that it can move up if the announcement is good.
I'll take your entire stock.
Malichi says, at FX Evolution, can we have a look at Tilray maybe? We will, don't worry. Kevin S. at FX Evolution, do you think the news today about inflation expectations could have serious impact on the movements of the day? Not unless they say something insane, and they're unlikely to do so. Sandola77, $7. Thank you very much, Sandola. Tom, Bitcoin analysis, please run a Fibonacci and give us a TA forward outlook on BTC hitting 65K or more in the near future, chart-wise. Okay, man. Thank you very much, Sandola. We'll get rid of every line that we've got here for whatever reason. We have every single one. Okay. So we know that BTC, and I've been meaning to do this, and I will do it for you, Sandola. We know BTC has cycles that run in days. We also know that this week is going to close potentially right around the highs or even higher. So what's been happening with this? Well, it hasn't been pulling back to the weekly 20, so that doesn't matter. The daily 20 has been pulled back to, but it's gone even deeper most times. And generally speaking, every time the market has gone and hit the previous highs throughout this whole run up, after having the pullback, it's smashed it through. So we really want to see this weekend smash it through. I don't think 60,000 will be a problem with it because it's already said, okay, we respect this resistance. We're pulling back now a little bit. If we close above, 60,000 should get smashed. I don't expect it to be a problem. That's just my humble opinion on it. I kind of thought last time, certain times you think they're going to be big, then they're not, because it already reached it once before. It's considered a lower level and it's gone, okay, we want to test it again. 65 will be the next target I have after 60,000 for sure, Sandola. That's my thoughts. And if we're running a Fibonacci, what you're probably saying is you want to run an extension. So an extension of the pullback is going to give you 1.618, 67,000 on the full pullback that's just occurred. Let's have a look if these pullbacks have been occurring correctly with Fibonacci, because you can only use these if you know they've been working. I don't think they've been working, so I wouldn't use those Fib extensions, because if they haven't worked before on the full pullback and you haven't extended out correctly, then I probably would not use them. Fib pullback from this level, worst case, probably back to the 52,000. And we know from really good analysis that the 52,000 should be a absolute brick wall if it was to be reached. I would expect buying out of control at this level. Resistance, resistance, resistance. That is a 1, 2, 3. It's a triple hit combo. In Mortal Kombat, that would kill a lot of people and it would be ready. So this zone here should be met by a lot of pressure. We've talked about the 4-hour 20 though. I don't feel like Sandola. It should get underneath this zone if it is going to break now. If it's going to get under this zone and close below it, back to the 52, then we'll have to push back to the 58 and move so on and so forth. So 65,000 will be my next target after the close up here occurs. Forward outlook looks pretty good for the year. I think the cycle shouldn't end, as far as I remember, until like the end of the year or something. There's a long time here on BTC cycle. Ken, $2 UWMC, please. Okay, we'll check that out. Mercy, $3. Dave G, AMD, thanks. Okay, I'll do that in a few moments. I think I'm not up to Mercy yet, so I will do that. Thank you, Dave, for working it out. Ken, $2, UWMC. All right, let's have a look here. UWMC. What is this thing? Finance, rental, leasing. Pre-market, 870, up 0.58. Looks like the market's recovering a bit here as well, guys. 39.24 for the S&P 500. Things are looking a little bit more better than they were. 12,875 for the US 100. And we'll be taking a look at Tesla and others very soon. So I know you're probably all waiting for that. Resistance at 9. Closure around the 9 level. Series of what probably is going to be higher lows coming through. Yep, higher lows coming through. This is good. Nice. Pressure comes on here. Close above will signify a nice little move. I think that it would be fair to take this as like a little ascending triangle. So you could take it like that. $10 proof. I like that. So $10 would be the target. Lots of weird structure in there as well. Heaps of gapping up above, but not much. It's all wicks. So the body closes happen here. So $10 psychological level. That's $1 plus right now. And I would hope it finds support where it is. Good luck, Ken. Interesting chart. Thank you for the donation. 10-year is dropping again, says Brian. Yeah, well, it's at the resistance. We saw it before. It's straight on the exact point. Let's have a look at the 10-year treasury. There's the resistance. There's the drop. Don't be too concerned about this, I think. I know a lot of people are, because the media is telling us to be scared. Stimulus is likely to support the markets. Most likely it will for now. It's why I think the Russell 2000 is hitting so much. Let's get to 500 likes, guys. I'm ready to get hyped for today. It's Friday. Come on, guys. We've got to get to 500 and 1,000 likes. It's time to send that rocket ship to the moon. And I know you all want to do that. Welcome as well to the 1,750 people joining us in the pre-market. We're still around 2 hours, 10 minutes away from the market to be opened. Should be an interesting day. All right, Mercy, we're up to your donation. Australian $3. Now, thanks to Dave. He's given me what you wanted, which was AMD. We'll actually leave that open. So AMD was your suggestion. We still haven't gone over gold and silver, so we will do that soon. AMD hit the resistance yesterday. Let's go to the daily. 82 was reached. Pre-market 80.46. So should you be worried either way? I think no. If you're in holding AMD, your worst kind of level today here will be 80 most likely, because there should be buying pressure. Resistance, support. I would hope around the 80 zone. Pre-market is 80.46, so it may open right around that area, just like the Nasdaq will. You got just under, see all those wick tips? That's what was reached. So 81.85 was reached, and a closure above that now is going to expose your next level. And your next level is very glorious. because you can move quickly, hopefully, to the 87. There's nothing really stopping it between this zone. And that's what technical analysis is. If you believe in something fundamentally, you like the level, what you're trying to do, guys, is you're trying to take advantage of the fill or the zone being met. So that is what you're doing. Now, when you're buying a stock, you can also afford to potentially hold it for longer. You can afford to know that it's got built-in inflation in it. And that's why stocks are easier than maybe currency or commodities or other things. You always know they should go up over time. And that is exactly what AMD will most likely do. It's just the 80 level. This level must be breached. And once that's breached, we can move to the 87 and hopefully it occurs. Good luck, Mercy. And that's my thoughts on it there. I'm too skilled for you at FX Evolution. Did I miss the TA on Neo? No, we haven't done the car manufacturers yet. We will do so soon. Harry, $1.99. OCGN, hoping for a big day today. Huge gains. Oxygen, what's going on here? Are there actually big gains? Yesterday, I guess there were big gains. 960 yesterday, up 18.37%. Very nice. Coming off the support as well. What's the volume like on this? Probably worthwhile loading volume on. Volume. Go to the daily. Volume did increase. Volume increased there. But then it was met by a new high after that a few days later. 4 hour. Probably 1 hour based on what I'm seeing. Closure outside of the resistances. Nice. Take the range. So probably already met it. Yeah. But it's at the support. It's an explosive, crazy thing. It boggles my mind, some of these ones that are moving. I think it's done a nice closure above. Last time what happened? Closed above, retested the zone, and then went explosive to 14. It's kind of like a very similar concept here. We've closed above, we've pulled back a little bit. Previous resistance, previous supports, they're always going to hold that level for you. It's only at 970. So yes, I could see big gains for you here. Big gains to the 12, big gains to the possibly 14 over the next couple of days, just due to what happened previously. And we know the retail community loves to do the same thing again. So good luck on that one, Harry. Thank you for the donation. Matt Smart, $2. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Matt. Bio Rad Labs Bio, please. All right, we'll check this out. Now we're at 500 and you guys know what time it is. It's time to get hyped. So we'll be doing that in just a few minutes. We'll look at Bio Rad first and then we'll get back into these donations and I'll cover off some stocks that I want to personally cover for today. Here are the resistance and the support levels. 554, 575. Your stock is in the middle on the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 4.
I'll take your entire stock.
We know it acts technically because if you took the range here, it would have pushed it in there. We're at the support. That's very nice. We're consolidating. Looks like the volume is increasing. Let's have a look. Volume yesterday. Volume increased slightly on the bullish side there, but not much price action movement. Beautiful support. I like this. It's worth setting alerts for. Very nice structure, man. Very nice structure. The exact thing you want to happen after a big fall. It did it once, failed to break out. That's why you wait for the breakout. Now you get a breakout above. Where's your next target? It's going to be here, up in this zone, which is the 599, 600, a perfect level for you to be looking at. And then the next zone is pretty great as well. Probably around a 636 would be for me, but 640 is the target a lot of people will have. Nice. Good structure. Continue to watch on the smaller time frames for that one. All right, guys, 1,800 people joining us. Let's get into it. Let's get hyped. I'll catch up with the others soon. Thank you for your very generous donations. I need this. You guys need this. Let's do it. Where are we? New intro back end coming on Monday. I promise you guys. So we need green. Some people want red in the room. AMC, GME, will it squeeze? We don't know yet. We just got those key critical levels. So good luck today to everyone out there. Alright, that's us today again, yeah? Yesterday we did this. That's the text. Monday. Whew. All right. I think I'm ready. I think you guys are ready. Bio was a very interesting TA analysis. Thank you for the donation for that one. It's always good when we take donations and we can see different stocks that we wouldn't usually be looking at on the channel. WSSE, Wall Street Securities. I kind of like the name of it, Wall Street Securities. How big is the market cap on this? It's got the worst trading. Oh, that is terrible. I like the name. I hate this thing. What? Is this serious? WSSE. Thank you very much, Ken Dunn. $5. What the? Is it even traded every day? What the? Oh, no. There's no TA here, man. If this is it, WSSE, this thing is ridiculous. It'd be funny if it just moved for no apparent reason because it's Wall Street Securities. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's impossible. I mean, if it breaks out 0.001 maybe. Yeah. I appreciate the donation, but sorry, Ken, there's nothing going on there. GME just went to 270 in the pre-market, says AGB. We'll have a look at for you guys. GME to, whoa. 275, you mean? 275. It is testing our top end resistance. GME coming back in with a 5.38. AMC 0.78 down. Let's have a look at the broad market before we get back into the donations and checking out those stocks. Where is my Weeble? There it is. Pre-market. Costs 11%. Avio, be careful on that now. That's pump and dump special, that stock. GameStop 5.19%, 273. We saw 274 just before. Oxygen, of course, flat now. AMC down 0.49. Sundial. Afria, Tilray down, and they've come off the resistance as expected. Screener for the big stocks. Let's take a look at that. The big dogs. Now 509 matches. So we've actually got to move our billions up to 22.5 billion so that we can fit in to the 500 cap limit. That's how much the market has gone up recently. On the downside, Zscaler, DocuSign, SEA, Tesla, only 2.87, guys. Only 2.87, 679. Much better than it was before. That's excellent to see. Square, 241.72, down 2.53%. So GME, the story right now is it's testing the little resistance that we have. We'll have to see what happens. Now look at this trade on silver. What did I tell you guys? It's a problem area. Before we get back into the analysis on the donations, what is happening with my Epic Pen? It's not letting me draw. Let me just quickly reload Epic Pen. There we go. Now we're back. Support becomes now resistance. More importantly, the two moving averages, key to the daily, 20-50 cross. When they kiss each other, you got to pay attention. The 20-50 are important resistance support zones, and they got reached through that session. So, it's acting as resistance. I expect silver now to decline to 25, especially if the US dollar continues to bounce up. Smoking A says, Tom, what keyboard do you use? This is vital information. I don't use that great a keyboard, actually. I've got a Corsair Mechanical KG something 65. It's a kind of crap. It is loud because it's mechanical, But mechanical keyboards are good. Tyrone hates them a lot. If he might be in the room saying that as well. If he is, yeah, he hates them a lot. But mechanical keyboards are good. And I've got a Corsair one, so it's not too bad. All right, back into these donations here. Kent, unfortunately, we couldn't do that one before. Roblox. I just want to look at Roblox just to show how stupid it is to look at this from a technical analysis perspective. So Roblox, you have this much data. There is no way to TA this much data. What is the study of technical analysis? It is the study of understanding some of the future psychology of the market, psychology of that trading instrument to make a better informed decision about what you're doing now. Now, if you bring together stock fundamentals and technical analysis together, then you're really kicking ass. The problem with something that just comes out onto the market is you have no previous psychology. So how can we do any analysis on it right now? We can just say pure speculation and guesswork. You could say, oh, I think this is only worth what it listed at. So I think it's worth $60, or I think it's worth $70. It doesn't show us any TA yet. You'd be on the 15-minute. I don't think that's strong enough. It's only a single day of trade. What is it? 2 days of trade or something. It's just not enough there yet, guys. Be careful about that. Okay, back into it. Let's get back into these donations. I don't want to miss any of you guys. I do appreciate all of your donations. All right, here we are. We're catching up. Van Tilsey, New Zealand, $5. Now, you may have sent that to me, Dave. Okay, probably just a donation. Thank you very much, Van. Appreciate your donation, and thank you so much. Verified News, $5. Verified, great to have you here again. I see you, $5. Take a look at Vector VGR. Vector VGR. Ah, nice. Breakout occurred. Pretty clear to me that it could be a decent little flag as well. Let's have a look at the weekly. Ooh. Yeah, nice. Significant breakout. After hovering above, one of my favorites. Nice. Very good, Verified. You bring us good information here. So what is this? This is a tobacco company, which may not be for everybody. $2.33 billion company in a massive, giant, crazy looking recovery channel for multiple years. And it's actually just busted through there, which opens up things like this 1676 lows of back in 2016. I want to see if it proofs. Let's go down here. Take that distance. Extrapolate that out again. Oops. Oh, it proofs as a flag. I like it a lot. $17 just underneath. Nice. Pre-market today up 0.93% yesterday. Had some nice closures there. So it's been in play for a little while, this one. I certainly don't have it on my watch list, but yeah, nice. Flag, consolidation above, movement now that's going strong through, proof to the 17. You guys start to get the drill. We do this time and time again together on the channel. Not a bad setup. Thank you, Verified News. Quick check around the markets. Ethereum getting belted. Actually, all of crypto copying it as Bitcoin failed to make that high. 1767 on ETH, ADA 106. That's looking weak. We talked about that before. DOT now down 3.21%. XRP, does anyone care? 0.44, and the rest. I don't know which chime you're talking about, Ty. Can't fix it right now. Martel Wahola, $4.99. IIPR, please. Okay, let's have a look at that. Thank you for the donation. IIPR, Innovative Industrial. I'll go into the Streamlabs. I'll see if I can fix something. I'll just fix it for Monday. I don't think it's going to happen right now. Okay, IIPR. What is going on here? 181, 180.73. Closure did happen above. Might take me a little while to figure out what the hell's going on. Pullback. What's the 20 last time? This is not very deep. Weekly 20. Found support on the weekly 20 last time, so that would be where you want it to find the level. Okay. Go to the 4 hour now. Look, it's pretty much hit a zone where you expect it to start bouncing. It may not just bounce higher, even though pre-market it's 181. You do have that 182 area, which is the 20 exponential moving average on the 4 hour, plus a resistance wick, plus around a support. So I would probably just leave a horizontal line around here. And if it closes above, that would be significant. If it closed above, it's a good zone. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Oh, you took my Discord. Yeah, well, I can't do that right now either. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to fix something here. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. All right, Van Tilsey has given me the donation. It says, hey FX, today I pawned my extremely rare Pokemon cards thinking GME will hit 420.69 diamond hands. Good luck, Van. Did you sell your Charizard 1? You know Charizard 1, I was talking to someone about this, it's worth literally 360,000 US dollars. Ridiculous. A few years ago, I had the chance of buying it for 12K USD, and I didn't. And that was around Pokemon Go area. 12K, now 360,000. Mark my words, that will decline into the 200,000 and will hover somewhere around there. The stupid Pokemon card is ridiculous right now. 182, I think, is a problem. I could see it hovering around in this range. If it does break out above, that's your go signal, and then you move to this zone here, the 200. Very good resistance support zone. 200 is a great target if it closed above here. Good luck, Martel, and thank you for the donation. Mike Lee, $5. Thank you. GM, what do you think about NVAX? How safe is my first of the fourth call option for 280? NVAX. Novix. $280 call option. Wow, it's not safe, is it? But it's up at least 17% in the pre-market. Yes, look, great support was here. 280 is a interesting buy call. I'm not sure how you got into that one. Maybe you bought here and you thought it was going back up to the 320 or something. It's never going to be safe because you're so far away, but you've got the signs today with the pre-market move. You've gapped above, and there's not much really holding it back from getting back to a 270 or a 280 zone. So I think there's not much structure there. I would watch purely just this 220, which is where it's going to open up. See how there's previous support. That's why the pre-market's at that 220. This is what happens. The pre-market will gravitate to those zones, and then it will move up or down. So yeah, key point 220. Get through that. Get to the 250-ish area. 247, and then we can move to the 280 as well. We can move up to that zone. So thank you very much. I think you're okay. You're looking good. Continue to follow the trend, and hopefully it can come in here for you for the 280, but that's a rough call. Mike Gunning, $5. Good morning, my guy. Thank you very much, Mike Gunning. Happy Friday. Awesome week. Enjoying seeing this bounce back play out. Have you gone over OGI yet by chance? I have not. So let's do OGI. I'm not sure why I would have gone over this one just yet, but 39% yesterday. Pre-market down 7.18 to a 375. Okay, I could expect it to go to 350. So 350 resistances here, wicks. It's broken above, which is amazing. It's a massive gap, probably going to be followed by some bearish pressure coming through. Then it's like green sky above, isn't it? I mean, it's very tough to think there's any structure through any of these points. Maybe 450 is an issue, and then 6. OGI could be explosive. It's found a base. It's gapped above for whatever reason. I don't know what the fundamental or the main reason was. But yeah, it looks good. 450 is a target. Could pull back to 350. Hope that support is found there. And then movement onto the 6 is very possible here for this. There's just no structure on the left that can stop it, Mike. Good luck. All right, Sandola. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for moderating today. Okay, have we caught up? We must be very, very close. I think we are. Here we go. One more. Glenn Bear, $5. Hey, Tom, love your channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for your insights. How does your analysis differ with ETFs versus stocks? I'm considering PEJ, which is the leisure ETF. Okay, so yeah, the ETF question and the sector analysis question. So sectors I do analysis on. Let's say you have a financial sector. It's worthwhile doing analysis on, and then I go, and if it's finding support, I go down to different financials that I'm interested in, Glenn. And this is a good comment and a very interesting concept. So I actually think it's worthwhile doing analysis on the sectors. Now this leisure, entertainment, whatever it is, ETF, it's not usually that easy to do really, really good technical analysis on it, but sometimes there are reoccurring events. Like here, instantly, I'll say the 20 exponential moving average on the daily is phenomenal, isn't it? I mean, look at these phenomenal pickups. Even recently, that's been phenomenal. So I like that a lot. You go to the monthly, you'll see the breakout above. Everything's looking incredibly bullish here, but you've got to go back through the history and just ask yourself the question is, has it been technical in the past? And if it has, then you can apply technicals to it. So during that last run that came out of 2012, 2013, it was pretty technical. I usually try to, like this 50 exponential became a pretty good zone throughout the buy pressure. I tend to go into some of the biggest stocks that are held in this fund and do some technicals on them. So I usually choose like 4 or 5. And I look at those, and if they're all agreeing with the ETF or with the sector analysis, then I will buy the entire thing. So you check the 5 top stocks. I do that with ARK as well. I check their 5 top stocks, Tesla, TDOC, those types of things, Square, etc. If they're all hitting support at the same time, then I'm interested in it and I can move towards the next kind of zone. See if I can fix the sound here for you guys. I know that's kind of annoying hearing my Discord go off. I do need it on. So I'll just try to fix that right now. Oh, I just don't know where it is. That's right. There's an easy solution for it. There we go. Close it and you can't hear it anymore. 30-year T-bill yield up. Okay, so let's have a look at this treasury. Here's the 10 years, which had the market spooked before. They're actually declining back to a 1.593. US 500, 39.23. US 100, 12,868. We expect it to bounce off this zone, so things are looking good. Let's get into the Tesla analysis. What's going on here? Our trend line was broken above. So for anyone that hasn't been watching the Tesla analysis, these are actually the valid points. Pre-market 678, which brings it to here. I expect a few things with Tesla. If it comes down to the 660, I still expect huge buying coming through from this level. So support should be had again. No problems with it coming down to the 660. This is an incredibly bullish stock and you guys love it a lot. I know you guys do. So 660 met by buying pressure. 700 is the resistance that we need to break through. And if we do, we go to the 721. And if we break through that, look, I'm not sure if this even matters. This 750, 744. And then the 800, the magical 800. So things are still looking bullish for Tesla. Just because it pulls back to a 678 doesn't really have me too worried. If it closes under 660 by the end of today, we'll be making a video about it on the weekend. Don't you worry about that, because that is bearish and bad. And many other stocks will be looking bad. So must hold this zone. Underneath this is very negative towards this pair. So I would want it to be basically going 660, buying up. If it doesn't and it fails, we could be going all the way back down to the lows. And no one really wants that right now. So let's go with to the 721 and things look bullish. Tesla is good. Put these lines on your chart. Well worth having all of these. Yeah, sometimes TA on bullish on the shroom sector, Rob. Yeah, I've seen a few people looking at the magic mushrooms and thinking they're all good. I haven't looked at the sector yet, but yeah, it's interesting. Alibaba. Well, I think all of these stocks like Baba, did anyone see Baidu? Down 2.44%. I'm incredibly concerned for this stock. I've mentioned this for a while on the channel. I think things like JD.com are going to kick Baba's ass. I mean, what did, what does it, Tencent do? Let's have a look at Tencent. Yeah, Tencent, look at this, down 4.41%. The government is hitting them up too. This particular company is getting hit up. So everything, these big conglomerates in China are getting hit. Baidu would be another one that I think would have been down relatively hard through the session, down 2.51. I saw some investigations into that as well. So this is a problem in the Chinese Asian sector right now, because every single one of these things, anything associated with Jack Ma seems to be getting hit up. What do you guys think? Do you think that, well, firstly, do you want to buy Baba or any of these stocks? Or are you too worried about the concerns from the government? What do you guys think? Let me know. Interested. Check out Tilray now. A lot of you would have entered this one yesterday or the day before. So my thought process for a while has been that Tilray will come good as GME starts to falter. We did see some faltering the other day, and Tilray went from 20 up to 26, then went back to 24, then hit 28. 28 is a clear level of resistance. Once we breach that zone, if we do, where do we go? We start to move into the 36 area. The 36 area is a very nice resistance zone. There's good profit in Tilray, but I wouldn't be holding it. I'd be getting out and trading it. These particular types of stocks, while Tilray is a good company, it's moving too much and too aggressively to not be in line with its fundamentals. So 28 above to the 36 or maybe 35 zone will be the next target. If it resists back off here, back to the 24 zone will be where it gets picked up next. So you're basically trapping it within a range now, and it's pre-market at 27.03 for Tilray. David says China is the danger zone. Sid says scalp Chinese stocks, don't dare hold. Never trust the government. Yeah, it's certainly a, well, I don't want to go into these types of things, but I think it is very, very tough to hold some of these positions right now. They're just tough. All right, guys, I shouldn't have probably gone down this line. Off that subject, let's go to BTC. 56,332. Here we are. 4 hour, just for anyone that's joining us, 4 hour 20 exponential could be where BTC finds the next support before it moves up. This has got the general coin market a little bit spooked. Some profits being taken on ETH, some profits being taken on ADA, DOT, and other coins. Nothing to be concerned about yet, but worthwhile checking out. What else have we got? We've got here pre-market banks up 1.25% on JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs 1%, Johnson & Johnson 0.59%. On the negative side, Zscaler, DocuSign, CrowdStrike, stocks that moved heavily yesterday, coming down a little bit. Tesla 2.7%, still a lot better than it was, about 4% before. On the hyper psycho stocks, we've got COS 8.49 on the squeeze. GameStop now up 4.23%. That's 271. That 275 was too much for it in the pre-market. And we'll take a look at that right now together. GME 275 resistance is holding for now. Put that on your chart. It's totally worthwhile doing. Look at this crazy amount of resistance. We breached 275 today. You can probably get a little bit hyped because it probably goes towards 300 and maybe even the 350 again. AMC will move with it, but 1050 is the line that we have in the sand for the buy pressure, and from the sell pressure, 975. They've been pretty good on the technicals here, but 12 was our last zone and it breached it barely and then moved down. So watch AMC, GME throughout the session. Good luck to all of you guys. $5 donation coming in from Andrew Baldwin. Thank you very much. Tay Tom, new listener, learning a lot from you. That's good. Can you TA GE? Yesterday they proposed a 8-to-1 split. Really, did they? GE. 8-to-1 split. Why? Why did it? What, are they splitting down or are they splitting up? I guess they're splitting down probably. This is a stock that I have thought was pretty bad for a while, but then you say that and look in October it was $6 and it's still been a 1x or 2x opportunity. So that's better than many other stocks since October, isn't it? Look, it's hit the resistance that it had in February. It's hit the resistance it had in 18. I haven't looked too much at the fundamentals, but it is a very... I don't think this stock split's going to be like a positive thing for it either way. This is usually something a company does when it's kind of failing a little bit. They do these types of things. Apple, when it does it and it becomes cheaper, at least the theory has been that it's become cheaper for retail traders to buy one share. And everyone likes to have one. Like now that we live in the day and age of Robinhood and Webull and all these other platforms that let you buy fractionals, I don't even think that's that important. But yeah, I don't really like this stock. The TA wise, we have support here and it's reached it. So if you're going to get bullish on it, and you have been bullish on it, it reached 14. This zone here was previous resistances for a long time before it broke out. So it makes sense for buying pressure to resume around here, Andrew. And it's an interesting level. Well worth having on your charts and checking out. Rafael Madoko, thank you very much for joining the Stonk Squad. Welcome, sir. And hopefully you enjoy all of the amenities, the emoticons and everything else. Thank you for joining and supporting the community. Have a great trading day. Thomas Donegan, as always, appreciate it. Thomas, Canadian, $1.49, giving me the hamburger. I could do with a hamburger right now. Maybe a Mick Oz. You guys don't know what a Mick Oz is, probably. It's kind of a disgusting McDonald's burger with beetroot and stuff on it, I believe. Kevin says, pro tip, watching at FX Evolution while showing is not a good idea. Oh, showering. It's kind of creepy, Kevin. Yeah, it's all good. I think it's a reverse split. Yeah, so they're trying to raise the price, yeah? They're trying to raise that price up. I can see a donation coming in here from Tyrone Abella, $2 Australian. He says USDX. We call it the DXY here. US dollar index, 91.80. We covered this earlier in the session. So it's a very interesting chart. And I think Tyrone's bringing it up probably because he wants to talk about US dollar CAD. What is happening? Well, let's load it up and take a look. We'll go to the 2 hour here. Supports becoming resistance. So here's our supports. Now it is acting as resistance. Now, if this continues to decline, what is going to happen? The US market is going to rise. 3928. We're already seeing a reaction to it. 12,900 right now, guys. 2,036 viewers here, and we're seeing the market pulling up. And that's probably a direct reflection of not only those treasury bonds, which we'll take a look at soon, but also the dollar index moving down. Remember, all of these markets, whether you know it or not, they're all synergized together to make a story that makes some kind of sense. Now, the fake news media and everything that you often see online is trying to cloud your judgment from what the charts, the real psychology is telling you. Remember, this is really where Wall Street can't fake what they're doing because they're pushing the market in a certain direction. Right now, it is support becoming resistance. If the dollar index continues to fall here, is it going to be picked up by anything? Let's have a look on the 1 hour. All right, maybe the 91.74 previous support, previous little resistance on the miniature time frames here. We could see that. We're probably going to have to dial into the 15 minutes to really dial it in. But little double top is what Ty would be looking at. Little double top here, signaling a closure down to this level. I do think this is probably where we're going. Now, if we continue falling through here, where do we go? 91.60, possibly even lower again. And all of this downward pressure on the dollar index is going to put upwards pressure on things like the S&P 500. So 39.28 still there right now. BTC almost 60K. A little bit under, but yes, it was almost 60K before. It was hit 58. 58.2, found resistance and moved down. PLTR, please. We can check that out. Freedom, let's have a look at PLTR. We did talk about it before. So pre-market down 2.58%. Yesterday, up a strong 8%. You guys love this stock. You love it a lot. Look at this. Looky here. A beautiful green candle. We finally held a green day on PLTR. It was like a red fest. One little green one showed the change, and then we had a gap, barely held, and then finally a nice green. So PLTR, we've had these lines up here for a long time. We know that it's been in a bullish trend here since it got through this point, and it's moving towards the 28 and moving towards the 30 bracket zone. So 30 is the ultimate kind of resistance. That's the final boss before the next zone is reached. Can we defeat the final boss at 30? I'm not sure, but PLTR has a lot of hype around it. Let me load up some of my favorite ways of figuring out how many people are looking at something. Check it out right now. What are the most talked about stocks today? AMC, GME, SOS, Ocugen, PLTR, and Avio. Avio's days are over, I think, but yeah, it's still going to move high percentages each way. SPY, Tesla, ENTX, Entera Bio, up 45% actually today, and Novavax, which was something else that someone donated for before. So yes, PLTR looks great. It continues its move up, 28 first resistance, 30 second resistance, and then you're talking about some serious moves up to the previous glory of maybe 38 plus. So good luck there. I don't think there's any problems here. Gravity Falls says, you asked for a green day, Tom. We did it. That's true. Cuban says, hey gamers, HCMC needs some help. Think about it. Does it now? It needs some help. Michael says ENTX. Didn't I say this one before? Oh, what is this thing? What is going on here? So it was up 152% yesterday. It's a pharmaceutical company. It's up 48% right now. It's gone as high as $7.86 and then dumped. I mean, it's completely terrifying. 85 million market cap. I mean, you guys know what this is. This is a wild story of probably a pump and then a dump. Volume got out of control as well. That's the weekly. The daily looks like that. Look, be careful on these. If you're doing it, it's basically raw gambling, but the only difference is that you have one advantage and you can say, okay, round numbers are probably where profit is going to be taken. Things like $5, things like $10. So if you're getting into something like this, and also it may not just go to zero straight away, it may gradually decline, or at least go like that and then gradually decline. Be careful in these. That's what we see from there. AKM Raw says, hey Tom, are you invested in GME and AMC? No, I'm not. I am not invested in them. I think it's really cool, but it's not my kind of style, yeah. I mean, I understand. Maybe I should support you guys with it, but I have plenty of hypergrowth stocks. I support you guys in the hypergrowth stocks. So these particular ones, no, I'm not holding any interest at this point. I have held interest in GME before, but not at this point. So 269.85. Let's just say I'm not diamond handsing as much as maybe I should be, yeah? Get us to 1,000 likes though, guys. We're at 794. If you're enjoying the stream, remember to subscribe, hit that like button. We cover here cryptocurrencies, stock markets. We cover commodities, sometimes some currencies, everything in between. It's a lot of fun, and I am here Monday to Friday every week for the Stock Market Open pre-market. Here we've got 269 GME, 275 is our resistance, 240-ish is our support, and for AMC we're at the 1050 and the 975 for the support. So a break above 1050 for AMC could expose 12, a break above 275 could expose a serious point, maybe 350 or higher. Errol Loy, $5 says, like the channel a lot, Tom. You must like it a lot, man. You gave me a donation for it. I appreciate that, Errol. Welcome to the community. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Buy one of each. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. I'll buy one of each later. I have owned them before, though. So I've been in your ape squad before. Don't worry. Dale says, not tradable. Be a trader, not a dream chaser. That's an interesting concept there, Dale. I like that one. So he's talking about that crazy stock that was insane. Fen Man says, I'm sticking with safe stocks like GME. Fen, finally you say that. I'm not even kidding you when I say that I think GME is more safe than whatever the hell that thing was before. It is actually more safe because it has at least a massive community pumping behind it. I mean, is this gamblery? Yeah, it's super gamblery. But it's still more safe than whatever that other thing was. That other thing will just do this. And then be dead forever. This one has always that chance of resurgence because it's become such a massive movement from the retail community. I am here to learn. I stay for the accent, says Jessica Martin. Appreciate that. Roblox. Yeah, Roblox is impossible to TA, K-Jack. So we had a look at it before. You can't TA something that's been open for a couple of days. If you're from Australia, how are you using Webull? Ah, Jared. Yeah, you're thinking about that. I see, Jared. I see. Look, I'm not using Webull as a trade platform. I'm just using Webull to show you screeners. So I think it's a pretty good tool for me to be able to load up, select 22.5 billion, check the pre-market, and be able to show you in dark mode how things work. So DocuSign, and I can just quickly check all of the most popular stocks because this is what we want to see. We want to see what's moving for the day. I'm very interested in the large big caps. So I like to know which big caps are green, which big caps are red, etc. And then we always have a watch list, which I add to as well. There's a few I need to add into here. And this watch list helps us keep track of some of the short squeeze stocks, GameStop, etc. So you're more aware, I guess, of things that you might not be. Bitcoin just broke under 56,000, down 3%. Now it's starting to put pressure on all of these cryptos. So there could be some opportunities for people wanting to buy cryptos soon. Here's the silver. We haven't done the gold. Let's do the gold. So we had gold proofing a flag. Now I actually took this trade and I'll explain, well, firstly I'll explain why you kind of got to dump it at some points. So 1740 was reached. That was my first target for the flag, and we'll talk about that. My second target was 1760. We then got a rejection, which closed a daily shooting star. Bad. That was bad, and we got a little bit of a follow through. So the way you trade this, or the way that I think is worth trading these kind of positions, is if you see something like this 1 hour flag, which was good and it broke through and all the candles were looking great. There's no, like, your stop loss is here, let's say worst case, or here, because there's so much wicking. So at the point when you're entering, which is about here, you are making well over 1-to-1 with either stop loss. That's a great trade. If you risk $100, you're making well over $100. On this other one, you're making maybe $200 or $300. So 1740, remember, you are going against trend. What is the trend doing? It's been down. Gold has been getting smashed. So when you're going against trend, try not to target the peak. Try to target a little bit. Take a little snippet. If this was in trend, I would say it has a way higher percentage, 70% plus chance of reaching the 1760. So it proved correctly. Everything looked great. But then the daily happened. And when that daily happened, you knew it was all over. You could basically be entering around here, taking out your stop loss here, because there was no point in even holding underneath these zones at that point. You just have to get out and say, okay, I'm out and done. I would have gone with a half trade here and a half trade here if I was really bullish and it was in an uptrend. At this point, it was in a downtrend, so I basically was like 1740, that's good enough for me. Hit that, what do we got here? Trevor says, only safe as long as people believe. Very true. If they lose the faith, so does the value. Trevor, I say that, preach. I preach that on this channel all the time. GME at least has some sort of structure now. That's true. There is a structure, especially around 40. There's definitely structure there. BTC 1 hour candle. Yeah, I'm sure it's not looking beautiful. There it is. Let's see. The 4 hour just got hit. Instant buy off that level was happened. There it is. Continue to watch this story throughout the stream. We're about 1.5 hours away from the open now. GME 3.85% up. AMC 0.78% up. PEJ, what is that thing? I don't even know why we've got that on there. But let's go US 500, 39.29, and US 100 sitting at a paltry 12,885. We do have some reds there, but everything has bounced off the right zones. You do not want it to close underneath this level here. Bad if it goes underneath that. I'm pretty bullish on it to here. 13,300 level is my target for US 100. We'll see if that can play through. It moved up. It's moved down now in the futures. Can we get the second move up to the 13,300? Remember, checks are coming in this weekend in the US. Mark M, $3. Tom, thoughts on XPER? Breakout but bearish engulfing. All right, let's have a look here. XPER. I wish you were in it at 22, hey? Yeah, beautiful resistance break. Lots of craziness going on around there as well. Long leg doji, bullish hammer coming through. That's nice. Let's go to the larger time frames. 25. We have to do this top down so we can get previous resistance supports. Oh yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? So it's gone 4.41% yesterday. It's down 0.13 in the pre-market. The risk reward won't make sense. I mean, it's going towards the 25.50. If you got it here, nice. Very nice. But if you don't get it here, 25.50 is your resistance. Does it make sense for you to buy it in the middle of the zone? You might have spotted something. This is a frustrating thing. You might have spotted something and not bought it at the right area. Great support at 22 though now. My thoughts, 22, 25.50 in the middle. It's moving towards the zone. If it does pull back here, it should be met by buying pressure. And if it hits the 25.50, I expect a sell-off to happen. Good luck with this one, Mark M. Things are looking good and nice and green. If you are in it already, Well spotted. Great resistance. Steve says, gambling Yahoo! Cheers from Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, no wonder you love gambling. I see now, Stephen. AKM Raw says, how many likes do we need for you to invest in GME again today? 10,000. No, I'll buy the one share. Just for fun. Jacob, hello from New Zealand. Can you do VLDR, please? VLDR. Maybe we'll do this one for you, man. Validin. I'll keep it brief. Yes. Right on support becoming resistance, which is a little bit of a problem. Next move to 17. Watch this zone. Close above. You can get to the 17. Good luck on it. And then the 20, probably a little bit above 20. Yeah, looks okay. Let's go back over to BTC. BTC now flooring itself into that 20 exponential moving average. So it is officially hit it. There it goes. It has hit it. So it has to hold here or right around this zone. This is where buying pressure must come back into BTC, guys. We're watching this live. 55,500 BTC getting flogged into the zone after reaching the resistance. Please TA on Neo. I'm too skilled for you. No worries. We will do Neo for you. That's fine. Thank you for the donation. I'm new. Should I buy now? This is an education channel text here. You have to make your own decisions. Obviously, I give you TA levels, and you can take with that what you want to. But I do talk about those things. CRM, please. Yeah, we should look at CRM. You know, you guys know I love a bit of Salesforce. What about Neo? Well, luckily for you, Raphael, we have I'm Too Skilled, who's just donated for it. So we will check it out. Just watching this Bitcoin. I'm very interested in this level. What is that as a discount percentage-wise? So it's actually a 4.75% discount. That's fairly big, isn't it? ADA now down 6.5%. XRP down 3.4%. DOT down 5%. I was talking about before how, well, DOT would have triggered because that was failing megally on that symmetrical we had. Just not doing what it needed to do. Buying pressure is coming off the 20 exponential here. Let's see if it can continue doing so. All right, Neo. Mark M says he didn't get in at 22. Sad face. That is sad, Mark, but it's a great structure. That was a sick level. Like it a lot, man. Yes. 44, 45 pre-market for Neo. So it's down 3.43, but what a miraculous recovery. Neo traders should rejoice that they got back above 40. That was looking dire there for a little while. Okay. Held a green yesterday. That's nice. Straight into the resistance around this 46-ish dollars. Previous little support, little buy zone with the body closes. Let's have a look. Open gapped. That's the area that I did expect some resistance to be found. Things are still looking quite bullish here. If the market comes back down, yes, you might go test 40 again. Yes, you wouldn't like that. But I could see it going like this. So you get your trough, your peak, your higher trough, your higher peak. If that's what Tesla chooses to do and holds that zone. Then if it breaks through 46, the good news for you is I feel there's only two levels you have to worry about. One's 52, but the main one's 55. I feel like a lot of Neo traders are going to take trades off at 55. I'm actually setting alerts for this zone. 55 is where you must put a stone in the line. You've got to make a decision whether you want to be a long-term holder or a shorter-term holder, because from a technical analysis perspective, there's so much support and resistances and supports have been found around there. It's like Tesla at 800. Will Tesla blast 800? It's unlikely to do so. It's unlikely to do so. So just check this support becoming resistance zone. Let's get us to 1,000 likes, guys. I'm ready to be hyped. It's 12:15 a.m. on a Friday for me. It's actually Saturday now. Next week is going to be awesome. Today's going to be awesome. There's a lot of things going on in the markets right now. S&P down 0.3%. Nasdaq down 1.39% off big days. Dollar index floating all around. Here it is, finding some support, which is acting as resistance. That's the area. MD for VID, Canadian $2. Can you look at Hive TSX crypto mining company? Yeah, we can check that out. So this is Hive TSX 505. What is going on here? It's probably, if it's a crypto mining company, I would expect it to be slightly down today. Pre-market's actually flat as a tack. Go to the 1 hour. There's a bit of a trend line going on there. It's very choppy around here. Why didn't it move? I would be questioning that. That's strange. It should have moved with Bitcoin moving up. What are they mining exactly? Okay. We'll go 1 hour. What I would be looking for is a break of this trend line down. At the same time, take out that high, $5.60. And then that exposes the 6. But I wouldn't be too worried about the 6. I'd be thinking it's going back towards the 7. So if this does have a nice breakout on it, it could go to the 7. I'm unsure of why it hasn't been moving bullishly recently. That does concern me. Welcome to the 2,160 people joining us for this Friday Open. Really do appreciate it. Deborah Hartley says, I donate, but all my money's in AMC. Could you take a look at NVFY? All right. Well, because you're in there for the cause of everyone else in the room, I'm sure. Let's have a look here. NVFY, Nova Lifestyle. That's a pump dump. Home furnishings, market capitalization, $25 million. Ooh. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That is quite small. Why did it get up here? Who knows? Probably some rooms pushed it. It's not unheard of. It's clearly been done before with the small market cap size. When you're getting into these, and if you were in it, well, firstly, I wouldn't bother with this. I mean, whatever happened is probably over. It's not worth really considering now. It's a pump dump. Where will it stop? It might bleed down to like 370, find a level there, which is going to be previous resistance acting as support. Maybe the 4 does hold it. Seems unlikely. But yeah, look at the market capitalization before entering these positions. Please do. 24.9 million, 25 million is too small. It is incredibly manipulatable. And that is what has happened here. This is a pump and a dump, unfortunately, I believe, on this one. Thank you for your question, though. Oh, you're mean, Sid. Giving people timeouts for still being on Robinhood. That is mean. Key strike error, Gush. What is that? Gush, please. Tom, can you do Hut 8? Enos says, Hut 8. I just like, it's the Jabba the Hut 8. Hut 8 Mining Corp. What a random name. TSX 1.18 billion. It's the Jabba the Hutt mining. What is going on here? 10.4, so $10.44. Lots of spiking. Spike to 16. I can only assume news. All over the place. Super hard to read. Trendline is appearing to be making a series of lower points. No, not really, actually. That's 1, 2, 3, and then that can't be counted. Look, it's consolidating a little bit. I don't know what to say about this one. I mean, basically, you've got some resistance at around 1150. If it closes above there, then maybe you start to see some more bullish momentum. Very hard chart to read. Incredibly noisy. No clear support resistances. Sometimes at these points, you go to the line chart instead. But yeah, I think it's very noisy in there and hard to read. Good luck with it. This thing is bullish. It's moving up with a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of concept, which is good. 4 hour 20 moving average would be how I'd follow it. Good luck on that one. Let's go back over to BTC. Little 4 hour 20 here is holding it through. Nice. 2 hours. Okay. 1 hour.
I'll take your entire stock.
Okay. I like it. Oh, no, I'm not looking at eyes, Farouk. I'll load it onto the chart and then I'll load it off the chart. Let me see. Oh, it's not too insane today. Oh, yeah, it is. Down 7.59. This is terrifying. Bad. I don't condone it. It's bad. I'm sorry, man. I think it's terrible. It's terrifying. 259 million at current price. It's going to be brutal for people. Look, yeah, there's some structure forming. There might be new runs on it. Just be careful there on that one. Bradley back $5. Here is some US stimmy. Thanks very much. We call it futures. RMOTA. I did mine. Yeah. I did mine yesterday just looking to check it against yours. Okay, so this is your TA. Good. It's actually good for you to do your TA and then see what, maybe, if you donate, that helps. But if you want to have a look at what I do and then see whether you're starting to line up with synergies to some of my stuff. Also, you've got to have your own personal style. Remember, this is my style, Tyrone's style, our company, what we've set up and what we've done in the markets based on some real world approach stuff. The question is, what is going to also work well with you? I think that a lot of what we teach does work with everybody, but yeah, it's always interesting. So this is RMO. Thank you for the donation. I'm sure you have found that this has hit resistance. So that would have been one of the first things you would have seen. Let's have a look at the weekly to do the analysis here. So a very steady increase in November, followed by a massive dump. 1.7 billion. So this is a very strange pickup and then dump. I guess it's a SPAC based on the 10. Might be wrong. Klim would probably tell me. Let's go to the 4 hour again. Okay. So $12 if it pulls back would where you expect it. So let's say this resistance holds. It comes back $12.16, $12.20 is where I expected to buy back off. So it would go like this and then hopefully break through. It clearly found resistance here last time. So you know it's a very important zone. The thing about this as well is it's been explosive in the past. So is that the retail community getting hold of it and going nuts? What is it? What has been causing this one to go through so heavily? It looks like you've got pretty green days. Now, say it does this, then it breaks through. That's an inverse head and shoulders if it creates structure here. Then you can push into probably the 17. If it just breaks through and closes here, Bradley, I could see it going to the 16. And there is a lot of what I call it green sky because green sky for the money. But 16, yes, I could see that. A very heavy zone here and an interesting section. I'm sure this is like your analysis. 50 exponential moving average also has been 2 dynamic resistances. So watch right here, close above, move to the 16, all green, all good. Good luck on that one. Massimo, one second. Massimo DiCarlo, Canadian $5. Thank you so much. Hey, Tom, can you look at PTON? I haven't done that one in a while. Please. Do you think the trend is hitting resistance and will be able to break, or is it still some consolidation? PTON. This is Peloton. Do I think the trend? Well, I'm just going to put this on my chart. I'm going to have my 140 on there forever and the 126. So I think with Peloton, it kind of looks like a little bit Nasdaq-y. Looks a little bit, oh, beautiful support, by the way. That's nice support. Great support buying. Weekly 50 was reached. That's all the data we have, so that's okay. All right, so some things. Beautiful support was reached, which was resistance, which was support. I like the buying off here. I like the momentum. I believe it's trading kind of like Nasdaq a little bit, so it's probably down, 2.15%. It's cleared past the previous resistance supports, which should have acted as resistance. Now we move to the 126.56. And I think again today, hopefully is green. Even if it's red like it is right now for the Nasdaq, even if it's a little bit red, guys, don't be too worried, because it still has to hold above 12.8, 12.750. If it does, then we can start to move with the Nasdaq up. And at the same time, I expect Peloton to move to 126. Then if the Nasdaq continues past its next high, which I think is 13,300, I would expect Peloton to go to 141. Now, I think that is too strong for it to get through initially, and I would expect a large sell-off off the 141. Good luck on this one, Massimo. Some good levels here. Things are looking better, and I do think that it's kind of proving to you that it's trying to make the move to 126. Things do look better, but 94, what a buy zone. Congrats if you got that level. Very good. Beautiful bulls. Nice, nice, nice. At FX Evolution, what indicator do you use to show the pre-market? So this particular program is TradingView. You can go to the description in my comment section below. And if you click the link there for TradingView, it helps me out as well if you end up buying one of the pieces of software. It's free for you guys. So I use a mixture of Koifin, which is free completely, TradingView, which is free for the basic and paid if you want the more features, and has lots and lots and lots of different great feeds. And then I use Webull here for the pre-market. I don't trade with Webull because I'm from Australia, but I do have one opened here just for this. So you'll see the pre-market right now. If we do the check, costs, GameStop up 3.6%, Nokia mostly red across the board. And in the large $22.5 billion companies, pre-market here, we have lots of green in the kind of boomer stonks here. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, those ones that had bad days yesterday. Tesla, DocuSign, Zscaler, Square are the favorites of the retail community, and they're the ones that are down today. It's 1 hour and 3 minutes away from market open. I hope you guys are hyped for today. It's going to be good. Peloton looking all right. Not too bad. We've got a donation coming in here from Shane B, $5. I've held Cedar Realty Trust, Realty Trust, CDR. What are your thoughts on REITs like this one? So this is this one, not CG. Actually, what's CD Projekt Red doing nowadays? Oh, it's bad. It's so bad.
I'll take your entire stock.
What the hell? Why can't I get a bigger time frame? Oh, it's actually on support though. I wonder if this company can turn it around. This is obviously the one that created the cyberpunk failure. 452. They made The Witcher. It's a very interesting stock at these prices, actually. I'm going to bring that over here. Am I willing to look at that? BTC now. Oh. No 4-hour close under the 20. That is bad. That is bad. No 4-hour close under the 20. We'll continue to watch this space. Okay, so Shane B, CDR. Let's have a look now again. Is there any... Oh, that's why. I unticked it. Is there any reason for you not to hold this? Well, yes, I guess. So it's back to the 2020. You've done amazingly well with a sea of green candles here. It's hitting a level, isn't it? It's back at a zone that I would expect some selling pressure to come through here. Previous supports acting as resistance. What an area for it to pull back. Hyper extended in some ways away from the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. Even extended away from its normal pullback. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about this one at this price because it pulled back to the 20 pretty consistently through this bullish run. It didn't do it recently, and then now it's hitting this high again. maybe the risk reward doesn't make that much sense, Shane. Good luck on this one. But yeah, I'm seeing resistance at this point, at least from a technical perspective. Whoa, get some big donations coming in here. I'll just quickly read them out. Terry McAllister, $20. Thank you so much. Says, you are amazing. You are amazing, Terry. Big shout out from the community. Share your love for Terry. That's an amazing donation. And another big one coming in from Dave. Thank you so much. I'll just read this out here quickly. Hey, could you take a little look at MTH Manetha? It's low cap 13 million. Wow, it's small, but that's all right. Altcoin that has frequently been used for pumps and dumps, but now has a legit news of a roadmap in April. I'm an idiot for holding. Cheers, man. Doesn't mean you're an idiot. I don't think so, Dave. We'll check that out soon. Thank you for the $20 donation. We've also got Gene Molnar, $5. T-Doc, please. Oh, I like that donation just because, I love T-Doc. Very good. We'll check it out. Go back up here. Tiago Belijo, $2. What are your thoughts on ZIL at the moment? I can't imagine you're talking about whatever that is. So I'm going to have to assume that you're talking about the crypto. Let's have a look at ZIL. Nice breakout. Amazing it's actually breaking out into all of this negativity coming into the coin market. I mean, ADA is down 7.6% now. It looks like we're going into a bit of a flash kind of crashy point here if Bitcoin can't hold. Nice. It's pretty technical. It's holding a good steep line here on the 50 on the daily. Broken through. What happened last time? Broke through. Did have a nice move, then pulled back. Okay. Go to the weekly. Daily again. I could say this resistance kind of acting as support and then maybe a movement up, man. 50 exponential moving average has been incredibly good as well as a spike hit. So maybe that will continue. Hasn't done it for a little while. When was the last day it did this? 23rd of Feb. So if Bitcoin continues to ride down, maybe that's what happens. Things are all looking bullish. There's no negative signs here. No negative signs. Good luck on that one. Okay, again, big thank you to Terry, $20. Appreciate the sticker and that. Gene Molnar, $4.99. This is the T-Doc donation. Let's have a look at Teladoc. Down 1.29%. So has anyone used T-Doc? I actually want to ask the community this really legit question. Have you used T-Doc and is it a good experience? Yes or no? Please let me and the rest of the community know. The one thing living in Australia that I can't do, and I've done some research on it, it's mixtured results. Some people say it's crap, some people say it's good. If you've used it, let me know. Let us know. It's very important we understand what the user interface is, and unfortunately I can't use it that much. I like to know these strange things about stocks. Yes, I know all the fundamentals, but I really want to know, is it good? T-Doc 198, 200 is probably a bit of a problem area because remember in the past T-Doc hit 200 and then hovered around the 200 and 190 for some time before it had that explosive breakout. I am bullish this stock. 2 hours. Series of higher peaks and higher troughs. So even if we get a pullback today, as long as we continue the sequence, so we've got trough here, trough here, trough here, as long as the low doesn't go too low, it should be okay. 189, 190 zone would be where I think it could go to. And then I would hope it bounces through. Now, once we get through 200, we're all good to 220. That's the good news. You are all good. It's all green, all good, really explosive growth into that 220. Then after that, we get to the probably 50-ish zone, which is even better. So there's a lot of explosive growth in terms of support resistances, but the 220 will be a problem. 200 is an issue, and a breach of that will expose some serious levels for us. Good luck on T-Doc. I'm going to get that information from the community, and we'll go through that as well, Jen. Dave wanted to have a look at MTH. Now, this was a pump dump special crypto, Manetha. Oh, yep. I see the pump dump. Twice it's happened, back in March and then back again in March. So it sounds like you might have accidentally got into the pump and failed to got out of the dump. And then some good news actually came out about the coin. So it's been in some declines here. How has it acted in the past? So in 2017, during the big run, it went all the way up and then, of course, failed megally, which every coin did. It did hold a lot more back then. I mean, I can't speak for the news. What's the structure telling us? There seems to be a bit more base here than you would think. After every single dump, people are holding around. Plus, all of these body closes have been at this point, which is pretty much where the price is right now. So I expect maybe a pullback to here, or maybe a little bit lower, and then it should start to stabilize. The other benefit is with all these pump dumps, that there is a chance that another pump dump comes through and gets you out anyway. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I think it's doing better. It's got horrible trade volume on it. You can tell that straight away, but good luck with it. Yeah, good luck with it. It is forming more of a base, and it clearly has a reprice in it since back in January. Something is happening and something is changing there, Dave. Rip BTC. Oh, we don't want to rip it just yet. Remember, we still got our 4-hour close to happen. Nothing happens till the close happens. We defend it with our fence until the close happens. The fence is up, guys. We've put it there. The line is in the sand. Stuff this. The 20 moving average, it'll hold it. Come on. Cyberpunk hit their stock hard, yes, but ultimately they should be good developers. It's strange, though, that they make The Witcher and then they make this piece of crap. It was a piece of crap. Riot seems crazy in the pre-market. I don't think so. Down 8.23% is perfectly normal. Riot had a good breakout yesterday, though. So 56-ish dollars could be where it goes to, especially if Bitcoin continues some weakness. This is completely related to Bitcoin price. Just remember that. Completely related to Bitcoin price. Okay, let's go back up here. I think we had a donation I might have missed. Elizabeth Shue, $3.99. What are your thoughts about Netflix, please? Yeah, we can do Netflix. Good donation. Stock I like a lot. Thoughts on Netflix? It's in a huge trading range here. I've probably got to go to the weekly to show you how ridiculous this is. So there's a few things I noticed when I was looking at this as trading range, and that was that it seems to just kind of hover around buy rejectioning around this 20 exponential, and that seems to be around the base. It is actually making a series of higher lows, which you guys know I like, and we've got the super strong resistance at 560. So it is pointing towards bullish momentum. It's been a boring stock for some time for a lot of people. I'm tending to think that it's starting to look like it wants to have that nice breakout. And if it breaks 561 with a significant time frame, like a weekly or something like that, I think it could be quite explosive and very, very nice. 561, a key resistance, or 565 or whatever it is, a key resistance. But yeah, the price action is hovering around this 20 exponential on the weekly here, Elizabeth Shue. The other thing, daily, support was found on the previous two lows. So that's bullish again. 540 short-term target for the resistance becoming a problem. And where it is right now, it's in the middle of nowhere land. So even though it's down 1.62% today, it's just chop city in here. This is not ideal for somebody that wants to have explosive growth or a big trade straight away. It's just not easy like that. Riot, Neo, Net. Well, you know I like Net, George. Bitcoin. Yep, we've checked out Bitcoin a few times. All we're doing with Bitcoin is we're watching the 4-hour 20 exponential moving average. So this zone here, and hoping that it can hold above that area. And it does seem to be doing so at this stage. Oh, Pano Mano, I don't know if you're still here, but I think you donated before. You wanted Very, which was a very, very good food. I'll do it just because I want to make sure that all donations are met. I don't think the comment was in there, so I apologize about that. Trend line is down here currently. That means it's still sloping into bearish action. Remember, it's a series of lower peaks. It just continuously is showing us weakness until it breaks above and starts to consolidate here and then breaks above that little area. We can't be sure that the bad kind of bearish action isn't over. Go to the 2 hour. Really tight range. Yeah, just the trend line. Wait for a break above this one on the very. Jager Croft, can you look at fun? Oh, we can have a quick look at that. And then we'll do the donation that just came through as well. Fun is not fun. Up 19.14% yesterday to 193. Went as high as $3 recently as well. Looks like it'll find some pressure buying at about 175. Just there. I don't know if I'm big on it at 190 where it is right now. Probably the 175 would be my zone. Donation coming in here from Ernesto Fianmer Garanton. I like the name, man. $2. Your thoughts on SLH? Okay, let's have a look at SLH. This is Celsius Holdings. We've done this one, I believe, before. Okay, let's go up here. I want to see what the community thinks about TDOC. Did anyone say they used it? Can you check net? I will in a second, Vincent. Haven't used Teladoc. Oh, have used Teladoc and love it myself, from Jennifer King Campbell. Cool. Hussein says, nah, I've got the Medicare. What, like Australian Medicare? Not a fan, says Drew. I tried to use it 2 years ago. Its interface was bad, and I gave up at FX Evolution from Gothenburg. So that's not good. Jack Straw says, I've used it. I'm techie and found it very easy. That's good. Steve says, yes, good. That's good. Conrad says, yes, it was great. $50 for a 5-minute doctor's opinions beats going to an actual doctor for the same thing. Okay. This is good. This is awesome, having a community that can tell me these things. TDOC is good, Trio says. ETH going down fast. It's 4.87. Yeah, it's going down. But as a percentage, I look at it as a percentage. If I'm switching coins or something, it's just a percentage. Well, thanks very much for that information about TDOC. Mostly good. Some people didn't like it, but that was a few years ago. So yeah, we'll keep watching it there. Celsius. What's my thoughts on this one? Daily. Bad. Unfortunately. 21% down yesterday. All over the place. It's closed below what was bullish kind of area. 52.47. Oh, don't know. I don't know. 20 moving average. It's really wicky everywhere. It's like it has no idea what its fair value is. Oh, it's really tough. There's nothing here for me. Every single thing in my body is just telling me like it's all over the place and it has no idea what its fair price is. It's up 1 minute, it's down the next minute, it bounces again, it fails again. I mean, look, it might bounce, but now you're starting to deal with issues right here. And this zone here, 52.42, I just find this very, very terrifying because it can reprice. The problem is just downward structure is like $25. So when it starts falling through, where's it going to find support? Is it going to find support at 38? Is it going to find support at 35? Or is it going to find support at the clearest level, which is 25? So So Celsius is not for me. At least it wicked, which on the 2 previous occasions was bullish. Wait for it to rip above, and then maybe it will start to move into these moving averages or something. It's a tough one. Good luck on it. We'll check CRM. CRM hit the 215. This is a target. This was previous support all the way through the January and December area. I'm actually quite bullish on this company fundamentally. I think it's very good moving forward, and I don't really understand, even through the earnings, I feel like it's okay in terms of price. It's not like amazing price, but it's fine. We can go through the fundamentals on a less fun day if we want to. Here we have the supports. We've got the resistance. I expected this. If we close above, we can then reprice to 230 fairly quickly, I would assume. This is all down to the Nasdaq today. Don't worry too much about CRM. I don't even think the downside's that bad anymore in it. It's a good risk reward from the concept of the company, how it's priced right now, and everything that's going on in the market. I mean, the Nasdaq's trading at 12,880 now. It's up a little bit from where it was. The US 500 is 39.25. The dollar index is 91.83, so it's been hovering in that green kind of positive area. If this just sits here and then eventually breaks through, I think it'll reprice to 230, and then after that reprice, hopefully to the 250. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of insiders buying it as well, from what I've read. Josh Park, $2. Can you TA OG? OG. Check out OG. Up 40% yesterday. So we did this one before. All we said was, because the movements happened, it exposes 450 and 6 from the bull side. And if the bear action does come back in, I expect buying pressure to come in fairly well at around 350. So 350 buying range could happen, and this should be support there. Pre's 381. And then once it gets through, once it continues moving up, I expect 450 and the 6 to come in. Could you do ADA? ADA. There's just... yeah, it's not good. Not good for ADA. ADA's held this 20 daily the entire run up, so I'd actually be more inclined to not do anything about it and wait for a daily close, because if a daily close is negative here on ADA, that doesn't spell a good thing about this trend. This trend has held intact the 20 the entire time, and I know that when that moves under or that moves around, it's going to be a problem. Also, guys, thank you to the 2,100 people joining us for this open. We're about 45 minutes away, so not too long until we get into it. Mitch A says, I keep saying Chewy, up 8% yesterday. I tried. I thought we looked at Chewy. There's a few things up 8% yesterday, though. I thought we looked at Chewy the other day. I mean, yeah, it's okay, man. It's hit resistance today, just like every other one of these tech stocks. We'll do net in a minute, just because I like net. That's problem, 20 and a 200 sitting there. But again, it's all down to the Nasdaq. It's all down to the Nasdaq. Let's go to net. Net down 2.53%. So this one was stronger than even I thought it would be. What a glorious pickup this was. So I like this company a lot. You guys know this. I think it's got strong fundamentals. I like its growth curve. I like its consistency. I think they sandbagged their earnings. I mentioned that a few times. And if it can get through 76, we can then gravitate towards the 85 again and be all glorious. This actually moved up a lot more as a percentage. It was kind of like Tesla in terms of its aggression. Now notice, this should have actually been here still. But because there's so much bullishness behind this stock, I know Druckenmiller's in this stock as well. it got to the second resistance at 76.60. I expect it to start holding here, waiting for the Nasdaq to find the next one. But if it reprices and gets through back into those highs of early January, not this one, but back into these highs, and then I expect it to consolidate for some time before next earnings. So look, net is a good one. That's Cloudflare. Good luck on it, guys. Have you looked at Tesla? Yes, we have. We've looked at most things today by now. Tesla, just quickly, not too concerned about, even though the pre-market's coming in pretty poor. 675 is not an issue as long as the 660 holds. 660, hold the wall, hodor, whatever you want to say. This zone here is the area. It is the point where I'm, kind of hoping buying pressure comes back through. If it fails at this area, the problem for Tesla is it exposes more short selling back down to the 620 or even lower. If it can move up from here, then it's all good. We go back to the 720. I think the problem with Tesla is it moves so quickly, so fast with that 20% day. It's a big stock that it's now got some profit takers coming into the weekend. People are like, yeah, maybe I'll get rid of Tesla. I like my profit here on the day trade. So 660 is the line in the sand. If it holds there, then we move towards the 700. We clean above the 700, the 720. Then I don't really care about this zone. I think we can start to move towards the 800. Similar to Neo, that would be Neo at 50 something, I think it was. We covered it before. This Oksana Krabchuk, thank you very much. $5 donation. Hello, can you take a look at EXPR? Thank you. Yeah, we can do that. EXPR. I love that one. US dollar CAD, says Fan Man. Really? US dollar CAD? EXPR. What is going on here? This market capitalization size is 250 million. So we always want to do top down on these, understand the future of what's been happening. So it's been in decline for some time. Doesn't look like a pump dump. It did pump up. Maybe there's an earnings report through here. Formed a base at 230 twice. Has now broken past this intervening kind of high point, $4. Then it went to 5 and then it's come back down. Look, this is a point where you hope that it finds buying pressure and then it moves back up, takes out this high. And when it takes out this high, you're starting to expose 10 or even more. There's a lot of upside here, but it's not strong TA. It's just, yes, you've found a base at 225. Yes, you've closed above 4. You've done it. But now this becomes your, what's your worst case? Your worst case is down here probably, or worse. But that's most likely where it goes to. Your best case is maybe like a 10. Does that make your risk reward? Do you like the company? It's at the right zone for you to consider it from a TA level. Yeah, Sid, I saw that. I got into net from being in this group, got in at 63.22, Jager Croft. Whew, he did better than me. I think I was buying around like 70 and 60. What was it? Like 62. Oh, I did a little bit better, but I had more here. I had some here. I had to buy here. So what I like to do with stocks is I go like, yeah, I'm going to get some here, and then I'm going to get some here. Because that's where my structure is. I just TA it. I like it fundamentally. I'm going to buy some here. I'm going to buy some here. Why not? Nothing wrong with it. At those levels, they make sense, and then you get two really good zones, and luckily both are in the green at this point. My Teladoc isn't all in the green, though. Some is red. Some is green. BTC, yeah, we've done BTC a few times. So we're on the 4-hour chart for BTC. All that we are looking at is the 20 moving average, which seems to be holding it up for now. Why do we like that zone so much? Because that zone... Supposedly I missed a few. 1 second, guys. Just going to load up my Discord. Oh, look at it go. By the way, if you're interested in following us in the public community, join our Discord. You can do so by clicking on the link in the chat channel and finding out some more. I might have missed these guys. Hayden Camps, $2 Canadian. Could you take a look at Ultra Token UOS Crypto? Will do. Hayden, sorry about that. And we've also got another donation from Ernesto. Oh, we did that one. H. So Hayden Camps. Fusion 301, $2. Thank you very much for the donation there. Fusion 301 says CCIV, NEO, APHA have been following each other very closely. What makes this happen considering they are not all EV plays? Well, I mean, firstly, it's the market and what's happening. So what the market fell off, all of those are basically hypergrowths or retail community kind of stocks. What happened recently was when the Nasdaq fell, every hypergrowth stock out there got demolished. It wasn't really an attack on like the big tech companies. It was all the hypergrowth, all these extended stocks moved a lot. So I think Fusion, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Why is CCIV, NEO, and APHA all moving down and very, very similar? They all have similar patterns. They all have similar TA because each single one of them was getting dumped on in the markets because it was all that same kind of stock parameters. I've said this a few times. I believe that was kind of like a targeted attack on new traders from Wall Street. I do feel that way. I know you guys might think it's a conspiracy, but that's how they play. They play nasty. You know, Wall Street really do recognize trends. And then when they know everyone's buying call options for something, they know everyone's doing something, they will attack it and move it through. So thanks very much for the donation there, Fusion. I've done GA a few times, so you can check that out later. SAC Honda Highlights, $4.99. Can I get a double shot? ABBV and UNH. Okay, ABBV. New York Stock Exchange. This one here. Don't know what that line's doing there. Oh. Chop City. Chopperpalooza. Hard. Okay. Trend lines, both sides maybe. Certainly has been... The top's probably pretty nice. The bottom wicked once through, but then most of the closes are here. So the closes are at least equal. Yeah, I feel like it's coming to a decision point, this ABBV. If it closes above, you probably want it through these wicks with the body close. And if it closes below, you want it below here with the body close. And then you can take this one to 103, which is not that great, but that's what you can do. And you can take this one to 112. That's my thoughts on ABBV. Let's do UNH. Okay, weekly. It rejected the previous resistance area close enough. Up 0.25. I could see it chopping for this one. I could see it chopping. Beautiful level down here. 340-ish area. So maybe it moves down a little bit, goes back down to the 340, finds buying pressure, and then goes again for an attack on this 360 zone. But you have to clear the 360 by quite a significant level because of this previous false breakout. So I'd say 340 is the buy, and on the sell side, you know, 355, 360 still is the problem. And then a movement above there, you're going to 380, 400. So things look good on that point. Let me get this one. This was UOS Crypto. Oh, Oh, starting to look pretty negative now. Go the daily. Pretty hyper extended on UOS. I don't like it that much. 4 hour 20. 4 hour 20. Maybe is the area. So resistance becomes support at the 0.5. That's probably what I'd be targeting. 0.5 on UOS. Good luck on it. Dale Bro says, you still going? You got to be one of the hardest working guys on YouTube. Oh, it's killing me right now, Dale. It's killing me. But thank you very much. Hit that like, boys. Time to get hype. Yeah, about half an hour away from the open here. We're getting it done together. Next week is going to be awesome. I'm going to be way more energized because I don't have to go to 1:30 anymore. It's going to be a very, very good time. Let's do a quick summary of the market. So US 500 is 39.22, actually coming off a little bit more now, down 0.39%. US 100, 12,843. I expect 12,750, 12,800 to hopefully act as a buying pressure. It will be a very important close today as per most market days. But if the bears come back in and really short this Nasdaq, it's going to be a very interesting video. If you're interested in that, remember to subscribe. Hit that like button to support the channel, and we will be covering it through the weekend for sure. US 500. Okay, dollar index. What's dollar index doing? 91.85. So it did find the support as resistance. It moved down. Now it's bouncing back up. Continue to watch this one throughout the day. May give you a bit of an inkling into what the S&P is going to do. And then the US 10 years. So US 10 year will be another one that you will want to watch because as we saw, not that one. TVC 1.6 retesting the resistance. That's what's got the market roiled. I don't think it's a big concern long term, but it will be just for the market day. So 1.6, have the US 10 year on your charts today. Watch that one. If it starts closing above this zone, you know it's going to put pressure on the Nasdaq. That's what happened last time. Notice how though the Nasdaq has recovered, yet this is still up really high. So the Nasdaq's not on its lows right now, even though it's 1.602. It just shows you the Nasdaq overshot the last move, scaring so many people out of there. 1.6. Yeah, I'm looking at that zone for today. Got a new member joining the community here, Brian Grant. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thanks so much. Enjoy the emoticons, enjoy the community, and appreciate your support. SQQQ. It's the Ultra Pro short. I mean, it's just the opposite of the Nasdaq. So basically here you have the buy zone that you've probably been looking at. That's what you're looking at. It's up now 4.52%. This is a triple short, triple something. I believe it's ×3 in terms of gear each way. So you gotta be very, very careful with these indices. Here is the support. Here's the support. Yes, they hit it. Now it's 14.12. If you're targeting something, I guess you're targeting around the 15, but just be careful because it's about the Nasdaq more than anything else. So yes, the support's found. 15 would be the resistance that you would expect to clean off at if that's your bias, and there's nothing wrong with having a different bias to mine. So yeah, for sure. Dow Jones, we've taken a look at that quite a few times. What do you do in the weekends in Sydney, Tom? Kings punching? No, I don't live in, Kings in Melbourne? I live in Melbourne, so Bradley back. Not Sydney. Lead Badger says, this is the best way to start my morning and prep. Great place to hang out and learn what everybody is looking. Thanks for the stream. No worries. I've got some big plans as well. Please let me know if you guys have good ideas for the stream. I've got like a concept and I want to ask you guys this. What do you think of like maybe something we do as a community at the beginning of streams where you put like, we have like maybe 10 things that we want to look at for that day and everyone just spams those particular things. And then we get a collective thought of what the community wants to look at and then I cover them off. So we can do that during the first start while I'm talking about my normal stuff, and then we can look at those ones. Your thoughts? Would love to have more community interaction, make it more fun for you. Yeah, CCIV is the lucid thing. Kevin Wade, $1.99. In Vegas playing roulette, favorite numbers. Not the 00 if you have that. We have this stupid 00 in Australia. Favorite numbers, 21. I like this donation. That's cool. 21. Let the chat give another number. Give us a number, chat. Give us a number right now. So I'm going to go with 21 as my favorite. Let's go. Numbers in the chat for Kevin.
Stock.
We want to bring in the power. We got 19. Jason says, Tom, please. NEEE. I have calls 2 years out. 2 years out? Are you sure that's a problem for you? 2 years out calls? Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's in recovery. You've obviously got calls for a long time. Recovery is good. Look at the resistance here at 77, and we'll go through. All right, what numbers are coming in here? 26 is popular. 26. 7 is good number. 7's good. 69. Is that even on the roulette? I don't think so. 5. Lots of 5s. That's maybe just Nuno spamming 5. 69 is just going crazy. All right, so I'm going to go with 7, 21. I like 23. There we go. Put it all on black, man, says Bradley Black. Bradley Black or Bradley Back? 1337. Is that like a sequence that you put on? I like that one. Black 17. All right, people have a lot of opinions here. I'll go with 21. Good luck, Kevin. Probably lost it already. He's swearing at me and he's run away. How can I send you funny pictures of Jerome Powell? Lol. You can do it by just joining the Discord community. Click the link in the chat up above. Come in, go to the meme section, send it to me. Send them through. 11, 23. Man, everyone's got different numbers. Rashad's still going with the 23. Super hard. All right. So lots of things going through here, guys. It looks like we're going to come into the market, open around 12,850 for the NAS, 12,800. 39.21. What happened with those 10-year treasuries just then? Where are we? Did they spike or something? TVC 1.604. So still just hovering around the zone. Dollar index did break higher though at the same time. So dollar index is going to be synergized with those treasury yields. Here is the resistance. Watch this space throughout the session. This is 91, 95, 92 zone. Check that resistance throughout the session. If that doesn't get broken, don't be concerned. If it does, it'll reprice to 92.20. And when that happens, you might see some decline in all of the markets, at least initially. BTC is trading at 55,463. Starting to put more downward pressure on our 20 exponential moving average. Watch the close. That's the key here for BTC. Some buying coming off it, then some selling back into it. Check round into the Webull for the pre-market. What have we got going on? Be a sea of reds in a lot of the tech stocks now. ResMed, Stanley Black, JP Morgan, the banks, the boomer stocks are up. We've got the Baidu down because of the Chinese government stuff. Tesla, Zillow, DocuSign, Square, Alibaba also down. Teladoc down. So all of the hypergrowths are not looking so good. And on the GME side, we've got GameStop 5.33%. GameStop don't care about that 10-year inflation, anything like this. Doesn't care. Oxygen up 4.38%. Not a bad sign. Went to flat before, so that's interesting. Tilray down 5.8. We talked about the resistance at 28. I expect Tilray could move down as possibly as low as the 24.50, 24s. Palantir 393 down. Nice day yesterday though on Palantir. So we can't all hate when the days were so good yesterday. All right, guys. Well, we're going to play it out. We're going to play our Song, I would love to go to open. I know it's only 20 minutes away, but I am wrecked. I am so wrecked. So can't stop, won't stop. That's right. We can't stop, won't stop, but I do have to stop. 275 key resistance here. I'm leaving you with this. Check this one out on the open. What do we say about GME, AMC? The first 30 minutes is key. This is the time frame you must create bullish or bearish sentiment for the day. Look at the 275. A close above here on a significant time frame is going to slingshot GME into a nice day. AMC will try to come with it. 1050 is the AMC resistance. Above that, well, dreams can happen. Yeah, let's go with the 12 is the resistance after that. Might be a good day for these two short stocks areas. Maybe the rest of the market does come under pressure. We'll have to check that out. Let's play the intro. Let's get people hyped. GME and AMC crowd can certainly be pretty excited. Move it on over. It's good. We're going to be coming at you live. Monday open. I'll be refreshed. It's going to be a great week. Oh, I see that. And this is GME right now. It's trying. When we get this check Whew. All right. Supposedly OCGN started ripping then. 5.42%. Yes, it did. 5.42%. 10-11. Starting to move up here. We had our sneaking suspicions before. The Spidey senses were sensing. Because, I'll just leave this with you. We had the previous supports, the previous now resistances. We'd closed above them. The volume was kind of there on those breaks. And we know that traditionally this thing went more crazy. So it went to 12, 12, or 14. So there could be still some movements in the oxygen. Good luck with people out there on that one, though. It's obviously a bit gamblery. Chronically Sam, New Zealand, $10. I don't know how you do it, Sam. Wow, $10, but also from New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand right now? Let me have a look here. Time. Whoa. Time in New Zealand. 3:13 a.m. Wow, you're a machine. $10. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do, Tom. No, thank you very much to the community. You guys are awesome. This song makes me not care about losing money today. A few of us might lose a couple of coins today, hey? All right. No worries, guys. I'll upgrade the intro over the weekend. Thanks so much. You're only about 15 minutes or 17 minutes away from market, but I might sleep on the stream if I go any longer. So see you Monday. See you on Sunday for people that have subscribed. Thanks for liking. Thanks for everything you guys do. We'll see you then. Good luck. I gotta say this. Kevin won. He won, guys. 7 red paid $180. What a beast. Good work, Kevin. The chat is strong for you today. That's awesome. Now quickly run away and don't give them your money. Run now.